ready to go, more or less? We can welcome to the Dwellers of the Forbidden City, Part 2.0. Going back at it. And your party's assembled, and the night before, you guys had a bit of a festival in the grotto. You were going to be leaving for who knows how long, permanently or whatnot. And you did some blessings and got a good night's rest. And the next day headed out, and it was about a good day's journey. You remembered last time, creeping back up through the valley toward the city. Along the way, there was no encounters besides the wild animals and the marshes and the bogs, and you guys weathered the storm. Then you came to the area where you found the tracks, and this tracks you surmised linked the Forbidden City with probably going toward that, who knows, might branch, but one of them's probably going to the small port where you guys first came here. So we got 7 characters ready to rock. And anything to add before we actually begin? I'm gonna assume that it's gonna kind of go tournament format. We've gotten to the mountainside. You've followed those tracks, and it's the same. You've checked them out on the way up there, and same scores. They're probably used. You can get an accurate reading now. They're probably used maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, maybe. Something moves along these tracks, and in an organized manner. And you found wheel tracks, carts.
Hey, Darren, you just asked if there was anything else to add before we start.
Yeah.
Everyone in the group should have an object of their choice imbued with a continual light spell now.
Well, I don't need continual light because I see in the dark.
You get one regardless, in case you need it, because things like undead don't show up in the dark for infravision.
Oh, that's right. They don't use dark vision, infravision. They see heat, not.
So be aware that you have to have some item that you can cover up.
I gotcha.
And you might be able to drop. You might have, might drop it, or it might get ruined or lost. Beware of that.
My character got a little wand that goes in a sleeve on the inside of my wrist. I can just pull it out and it will go out.
Was Daniel the benefactor of this?
Yep.
Is that what we got? Okay. I have mine on my lodestone. I've got a lodestone and a needle inside of, so I can charge my needle and then put it in a little thing of water in my hand. For magnet, I want that needle to have it.
Okay.
I keep that inside of a pouch, inside of another pouch around my neck. So.
Okay. So everybody's got a light source. You're ready for that. The party's gelled quite a bit. You guys got to know each other. Now, by the way, X the Mystic, you weren't around. We played probably about 10, 12 hours in the Valley of the Spirits. And during that time, you'd been building up this encyclopedic kind of book gathering of all the little bugs and flowers you could find, and you categorized everything in a systematic manner.
Mr. Darwin.
No problem. I'll write that down.
Yeah, so you actually have a background in flora and fauna, and you might be able to use that to identify things, dangerous plants, frogs, and whatnot. You'll be the sort of expert in that field.
If you say one thing about that yellow flower, though.
Yeah, that's definitely one you guys all know about. And
well, I can say a few things. Let me just dig out my book.
He's been observing your ongoing assessment.
The struggle is real, man.
Yeah, and Stephanos has been around a bit, and he's been hanging out and getting to know everybody. And the new player, sort of new, is Hardin, the dwarf. And he showed up, stumbled through the swamps out of nowhere, and joined the crew. And then you guys all agreed, okay, we're going to the city. We got to help Dan get his sister. And Fairborn's, yeah, he's also got to do some forced reconnaissance. He still wants to do that. The side
don't
quest.
Forget that there was a chieftain who had a son who went missing.
Yeah, and from the village, and that was actually quite a long time ago. He's probably long dead now, but hopefully not. Yeah, typical. You guys stumble up the side of the mountain, and you're being careful, but you follow this track, and nobody was on it at this point during the day, especially you think there might be nocturnal movements, perhaps more. And it's getting on toward later afternoon, and you start to recognize the features that you're getting close to where that kind of beautiful crevasse was with all the flowers and plants and whatnot. And the main track kept going straight into the mountain in this larger entrance. And then you guys had gone to the left, to the side entrance, which you thought, well, we might be able to sneak in unnoticed that way, but there's obviously more guardians. I'm just going to grab a quick glass of water. And then I'll be right back, guys. And we're just going to be coming up, and then we'll start. Is that cool?
No, good. No problem.
Awesome.
It works.
I just wanted to throw it out there. If we have this moment, I thought it would have been a good idea to be able to, this time when we come up, actually bring enough supplies for potentially an extended sortie here, and bring the supplies and stash them up here in this cave off to the side where the yellow musk is. If we can clear it out.
Most of the supplies, bulk of those supplies would be food and water, and I can create that.
That's true. That's true.
That way we're not kind of limited to one spot necessarily.
True that.
Find a good defensible building.
God damn, you're useful.
Dude, what about
food,
all of our
water,
spellcasters?
healing people?
How are all our spellcasters
Shit.
doing on their current roster of spells memorized or charged? Does everybody have the spells that we think that we're going to need?
I've got the handful of spells I think I can use.
Read off what spells you have memorized, just so we know.
Okay. Well, you guys, everyone's going to share their spells and everything? I suppose that's.
Well, I'm
prudent. Don't want to overlap.
Well, I'm going to carry 2 magic missiles and a stinking cloud. Stinking cloud is our fucking oh shit button. In case something comes storming at us, I throw it down on them and we all run like bitches.
Right. Yeah. It's tactical withdrawal.
Skunk style.
Now, Gerald, you got Fairburn there. You got some information for him? I could provide some more on the go, I suppose. That'd be fine.
Oh God.
I have my armor class, my hit points. I have the information on the +3 sword.
Okay. He has 1896 strength, by the way.
How much strength?
Just to put it out there, X does have infravision spell, 3rd level spell. So just let everyone know that that's there if anyone needs X to kind of do any sort of searching or any foreseeable sort of events happening.
Can you cast it on someone else, or is it just on yourself?
Let me check. Yeah, I believe you can give it to someone by touching them, if I remember. Let me just double check.
And also X on the subject of spells. I sometimes look through the character sheets, right, and just check them out. You had detect evil, and you guys have a walking detector in Fairborn. He's like has it at will. He can detect evil.
Right, but only with focused attention.
Yeah, but spells focus too and detect evil.
With that.
But it's just using up a spell slot. Just unless you feel you're going to need it. Didn't mean to intrude there.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it looks like I can give it to anyone by just touching them.
That could come in handy.
What's the duration on that, if you don't mind my asking?
The duration is 12 turns.
Wow.
6 turns per level.
It's like an hour.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, so you guys are kind of revved up. You got sort of your spells queued. You've discussed it. You guys are going as a tactical unit, so I'll bear that in mind, and I'll your rangers up front, so you'll only be surprised on a 1 unless it's special, but I'll minus even 1 more if it's a special creature at this point. Like some creatures that say surprised on a 1 and 4, well, I'll make it a 1 and 3 even because your ranger. His abilities. And more benefits in that regard. And you guys creeped up. Now, are you going to go back to the area with the yellow musk creeper where that encounter happened, or do you guys want to go to the main?
You bet your ass
passage?
we're going to take that bitch on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got you guys set up. I was kind of assuming that, but you guys can always decide other things. So yeah, okay, revenge maybe, and you head back that way, and I guess we can
We're going to
start
get
now.
revenge against a plant. You are aware that this thing has no concept of the fact that we're getting revenge, right?
But we do.
Yeah, it's like a stinging
It's not
nettle.
about revenge.
Okay, just making sure we're all on the same page here.
From Carl's limited military background, he understands that morale is 50% of the fight, my friend. The revenge is for us, not for the plant.
Now, Carl, you creep
Hilton, we
forward.
can think that clearly.
Oh yeah. So does somebody have the names written down for the turn order?
I do.
Oh, excellent, Brian. Okay, thanks.
What order are we going to go in?
Well, we'll start, go front to back and physically, I guess. So,
And just
Carl,
keep that as our standard, yeah.
and then if you guys can cast spell or cast missiles, you got to tick that off under their name.
Who feels the luckiest
Yeah.
dice-wise?
For initiative?
Me.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
I
no,
want,
never mind.
I want to say that I used all my bad luck when rolling against Darren the other night, but I don't know that that's true. No, Darren, how many times are you going to see somebody roll double 20s when they need to roll low?
I'll be happy to roll for surprise because Carl is integral
It's the
to the
ranger.
surprise situations.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He's the
However,
ranger.
I would prefer somebody else roll initiative because I am just for some reason cursed when it comes to the die rolls.
Okay.
I can roll low because surprise is low.
All right, everybody. So you guys
want
are,
to take that?
it's on the hand signals kind of now. Carl's in his sneaky mode, and you can still hear bird calls around and whatnot, and the bugs flying around.
Darren, before
Yeah.
we run up there, is it possible for me, since I know what we're going to do, to try to do hide and shadows real fast?
Yeah, you could, of course. Yeah.
Before,
At this point,
I mean, we know
a lot of
what we want
foliage
to do,
and
so I just
undergrowth.
it's possible. I only have a 35% chance to pull this shit
Okay,
off.
go ahead. Anybody else who wants to take any precautions? I'll assume you're being careful, though.
I want to remind you that you don't move when you're hiding in shadows. You're not mobile.
I know. I was going to wait until
Precautions?
I was in range of the plant and then hide in shadows and then pop out and hit it for a sneak. But I rolled a 70 against 35, so that shit ain't happening.
All right.
Speaking of precautions,
I just want to remind you that you're hiding against a plant.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of precautions, we need to get everybody with a mask over their face.
All right, of course. Yeah. Carl, you're getting up to visual range of where the cave entrance was. And there it is. Actually, you're close, and you're careful now. Last time, you remember those other zombie-like things came from your left, but you see it's suspiciously quite quiet at the moment. And in fact, near the cave entrance, you see there's still flowers and plants and whatnot, but you don't see many yellow blossoms at all. In fact,
Oh,
you don't see any.
from where we're at right now, does it look like they've been cut down, or are they just closed up the way plants do?
From here, I'll let you use a tracking roll, and just as you're probably 40.
34. So that is a success.
There's been some activity around the entrance, and enough that some of the vegetation and hangers are gone, and it's kind of strange. It reminds you of sort of a entrance to perhaps a
Carl will make a hand gesture, like assuming that we're where we're indicated on the roll 20, right? So we're just moving in like that. Carl will make a hand gesture to the right, and with the number two, I need two of you guys to go and curve around to that right and look around to see if you can see what you can see. Meanwhile, Carl will. Oh shit! What are those up there? Carl will watch ahead.
They look like ants about the size of a dog.
Jesus.
And they come scurrying out of the entrance. Their antennae are going, and they're scurry up. One goes to the right, the other one goes to the left, and they seem to be gathering whatever random things, perhaps hunting or gathering food or whatnot. Then you suddenly see a larger one, and this one looks like more business. It's a much larger ant. Its mandibles are designed, you can see they're like these 4-pronged, wicked curved things that are designed more for causing damage than harvesting. And they're a lot bigger. They're probably 3 feet long. The other ones are only maybe 2 feet long. But that's a big ant. You're just like, whoa. And they come out scurrying. And now you guys have surprise, and they don't appear to have noticed you at the moment. They seem to be quite blind, and their antennae are feeling, and you're not sure. Now, X, you right away recognize that, there's the insect, the 3-legged, or the Antis carapacis, and you think, and you realize that, careful, the warriors have stingers. And they're territorial. They sense with pheromones. Smell.
No, not the poison.
We need to get our front line up to the front.
So you guys have surprise. You have a full segment plus any dexterity modifier you add to that. So if you have a +2 dexterity modifier, you get 3 segments to act, and it might make it be important if you're casting a spell or something. Or
I get +2, so yay! I get 3 segments to shoot an arrow at one of these things.
What's our distance? Sorry, I didn't really look at that. That looks like we're looking at probably 10, 20, 30, 60 feet or so.
And there's probably more to tell by the amount of sign of traffic. Maybe not, but yeah, there's probably more coming out.
I'm going to guess that with their ants, there's probably a whole bloody hive.
Yeah, we need to.
I'm also going to guess that if it's 60 feet, I can't quite make it over there.
Right. So let's just wait. Be calm and get ready. Get stuff ready. What are they? Do they appear to notice us at all? Or are they just doing the willy-nilly? The way the ants do.
They haven't noticed you yet, apparently.
We need to decide if we even want to take on this particular fight.
Yeah, maybe it's not. But they're collectors though, and they're picking up probably everything that is worth collecting here, and they're probably bringing it further down to that tunnel.
I'm not interested in treasure as much as I'm interested in finding the 2 people we came here for.
Okay, so you guys have to make a call, fight or flight, or wait.
Carl says wait.
Okay, Carl makes the motion to wait, and everybody.
And maybe press up against
or whatever, and it goes quiet and silent.
Press up against the wall to our right a little bit.
Hide in shadows. You didn't make it. You failed, and anyone else can hide or whatever. Antiac is just in the back. She's hefting one of her spears, and you guys then
you
go
roll
to
for
ready
hide?
to dance.
Oh, Carl would like to whisper then, at least. If they come at us, only go for the big ones. The warriors. Like concentrate fire on
the
the
big
warriors.
shit anyway.
Well, the problem at the point is they're right in the way.
If they come at us.
Let's retreat.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The flowers were one of the main reasons we were here, to get one for Carl.
Yeah, I need one.
They're gone. So it'll have to be today.
Well, you didn't see any as far as them being gone. That's an assumption.
We don't know that, but I don't know if this is the time to discuss it. If we can fall back a little bit here.
You're losing your surprise here pretty soon.
Let's retreat.
Yeah, let's fall back.
So you guys quietly withdraw, and the ants they kind of go out of view around the corner, and now it's kind of theater of mind, and you guys have a quick huddle. They don't appear to have followed you. They seem to just be content around the entrance there. Gathering.
Now, Daniel said that here's the main mission is to find these people. Carl wants to counter that and say that might be a secret way in. That's why we started on this tunnel in the first place.
Oh, hang on, guys. I have a piece of equipment that might help here, but they're not. So, Darren, I have Wand of Illusions, right?
Right.
These things are sensitive to sound, correct?
Yeah.
Because they're poor eyesight.
Yeah, they're antennas. Yeah.
I want to go out and I want to use Wand of Illusion. And I'm going to use the Wand of Illusion. I want to throw out a sound, use one of the charges. I've got 6 charges, I believe. and I want to throw a sound out to the far left of the entrance of that cavern and see if I can get them to bait them to follow that sound.
Or just deafening blast them so they can't hear.
No, you can make any sound you want. I can make it sound like there's a whole horde of people moving around on that side of the cave.
So you guys have to go back, and you have to get within the range.
Let me double check the range on that.
It might be a little tricky if you want to go across.
Now comes the fun part. Now I got to figure out where the.
Now, Carl, now you notice there's more.
Mhm.
3 of these large ones are now mulling around. They just seem to be walking all over. The other ones are doing whatever. The other ones seem to be gathering whatever's edible, apparently. And they're just moving out and spreading out, moving around the sides and just combing. They seem to want something in particular, or probably anything they can get their hands on.
So we're outdoors, correct?
Yeah.
So it would be 14 yards. So a total of roughly 45 feet.
45 feet.
Oh, good call. Yeah, it's still point blank for this bull, eh?
Yeah. And because we would still have surprise on them, correct?
No, I'd have to see now about that.
Yeah.
We'll have to make a.
I have 1 neutralized poison, and these things have stingers.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're poison. I don't think that they're venomous in that way. I think they just burn, like with the formic acid, you know.
X might know. Actually, you might know as well, Carl. You've probably dealt with fire ants and stuff in the jungle, and these are just look like big ones. They're
fire ants. It's going to be formic acid. It's
huge.
not going to be a poison a toxin that we need to. It's just going to burn like you never felt the burn.
Well, I know
It's all those bees felt like anyway.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's like bullet ants. I wouldn't deal with them. Let's get away from
3-foot bullet ants.
All right, so I'd like everybody to declare your actions. He's going forward to cast an illusion of a sound, but you're going to have to get a bit closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get closer.
And
back him up. Otherwise, we've got a Leroy on our hands.
Oh no, I'm only going as close as I need, and then from there.
Anyone else preparing a spell or anything?
No, I've got my bow knocked. I have an arrow knocked in my bow, and I'm aiming it at the nearest one, which is the most forward one, the large warriors.
Okay.
And I've got an arrow trained on it. If it starts moving in my direction, I will let 3 arrows go.
And Fairborn standing in the front, ready for anything that, in case they decide they do notice us and come this way or anything.
Now this could become a frenzy really fast.
Yeah.
Let's get our front line established because they're going to come at us.
Hardin will also take a part in the vanguard for the front line, I suppose. He's pretty damn
Stefanos
tanky.
has to get right, probably about here, not too far from Carl. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move everybody else up, cover him.
Hey, D20 question. How do you know how you're able to make like an indication green circle there? Is that just a Dungeon Master thing, or can anybody?
No, click down the left button and hold it.
Like this? Oh, left.
Yeah, left button.
Okay, good. So that brown one, that was mine. That's the one I'm targeting right there.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, you can ping it.
Top of rock on our left-hand side, over here. I don't know if it's making them.
And magic users have any spells going? Cleric, you have bless and stuff like that. You have queued, but you're not using yet. So Antiac is watching.
Bless is what
into
I'm
a
doing
position
right now
for
before
missile.
combat starts.
Well, you guys are moving up. They're going to run in. Probably one of them's going to find you pretty quick at this point.
I'm casting Bless immediately.
And that takes the round. So you'll be busy this round.
Yes, I'm casting Bless.
If we get surprised, I can cast the illusion during the surprise round because it takes 3 segments, and I just have to
Okay,
have.
well, let's roll that die, and I'm going to give you guys a benefit.
Okay, I'll roll the surprise die if you don't mind. 3 and 6, eh?
Yep. Now they did not surprise you.
5.
You surprised them. You got it. You guys have again your segment of surprise to act. So spells can be launched.
My illusion will go off because I have 3 segments, and that's how long it takes to manifest.
That's nice. Now, could you ping where you're making the sound illusion?
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm gonna go back to roll 20. I'm going to make it. Hang on, let me roll over a little bit. I'm going to make it off to this side of the cave, as far off as I can get it from where I'm standing, which I believe is.
You can even put it up the cliff a little bit. And
yeah. Make it sound like maybe somebody's climbing up the cliff if I have to. Whatever I need to do to get them distracted.
Oh God! Can you make an olfactory illusion?
Nope, only visual and audio.
A honeypot would be nice.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, wow! I gave them a saving throw. That's okay. Yeah, that's a fail. They have to roll over the save.
That is a abysmal roll, actually.
Yeah, so that was against wands. And I know it's kind of acts like an illusion, but I was just giving them their save against it.
It's coming from a wand, so it should be
one step right.
Oh wow, they had to roll an 18 or over, and the big ones had to roll 16 or 15 or over. So anyway, they go for it. You see a whole bunch of them. They seem, once they lock onto something, they seem pretty predatory. They all just turn and scamper. You put on this wall up here, you were putting it?
Over on that side right there, yeah.
And it seems to be working now. If you guys can move quietly, who's your noisiest player? Do you guys have silence spell ready or anything?
Fairborn, pardon?
Yeah, silence.
Yeah, Fairborn, the guy in plate mail?
Yeah.
I can cast silence, but I don't know that Fairborn would appreciate having silence on him. Does he need to be able to speak to cast any spells?
I don't know, Fairborn. What do you think? Paladins are practical. They're just bugs.
I could cast levitate on Fairborn. And he can move. He can move vertical and horizontal as well, so there's no problems with that.
You know what? I'm gonna take.
I was gonna say I still have that potion of levitate as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, make your guys' call. He's probably the noisiest. The rest of you are pretty quiet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are we doing like a call order for behavior? Like, because I'd like to know where I am in that order, so I can just call what I'm going to do after I hear.
Well, unfortunately, I can't do anything until we're beyond this surprise round because I've used my action during the surprise round.
Okay, if they're distracted, I'm just going to let you guys know we're going to move one way, but we're not going to be able to come back so easy, and they came from somewhere. But I say we move.
Okay. Did you guys hustle then? Carl leading the way. Now, how are you going to make Fairborn quiet? I'm going to roll four-sided to see. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys, but they're probably going to only be distracted for so long before they find out. Hey, it's just something, whatever.
You know what, guys? I have 50 feet of rope, and we have some strong characters. We can always carry the freaking paladin.
All right, now we gotta act here pretty quick. So I'm going to roll a die here. This is how long they're basically going to be distracted.
Okay, let's move.
It could happen. They're pretty fast, so you guys figure you might have no more than 2 rounds.
Carl is also very quick. He has a movement rate of 12, no armor. Bracers, thank you. But also, like moving backward with that arrow, he's looking still at the nearest warrior, and he'll move as far as the entrance to that cave mouth, aiming at the nearest one. If they turn around for any reason, he will let as many arrows as he can go inside of the same one.
What's going on with the movement? We're moving it towards the cave mouth?
Yeah. I thought, we got to get going, yep.
No. We need to deal with the ants that are outside the cave, otherwise they're going to be surrounded front and back. We need to keep our line. There's this outcrop of rock to the left, right where I was standing. We need to keep a line right there and let them come to us.
Okay, well, okay,
you guys hold back.
That's a different strategy. So Carl went up there.
I'm going to place me right where I want to be next to this outcropping of rock. Everyone in heavy armor needs to line up to my right.
Stephanos does not want to be that close when these things charge. He wants to be
Stephanos wants to be in the back.
Yeah, he wants to be right behind where your line's going to be.
So it looks like we got the dwarf and we got the paladin and we got the cleric forming a pretty solid line. These things are pretty small and they're pretty fast. They might be able to slip between your feet and stuff even. They're about size of a dog and they can motor pretty quick. So X, I'm going to have you in the back here. I don't know, you can move your own character, of course, too. And Donella, you can move where you want to move as well. Antiac's going to be in the back with her spear waiting to see if any break through. And she'll be like a fire brigade.
Do we have one more round where we can shoot at them and stuff, correct?
Yeah, so that's round goes by. You guys reposition.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do
Carl,
is
are you coming back? Just hold on a sec. Let me finish real quickly. Carl, are you gonna? You ran up there.
We're going to hit them from different angles. It looks like.
So, are you? It's okay. The next round goes by, and the ants now have figured out there's nothing there, and they're now coming back down. And we have one more round, and then they're going to be coming into this little gully.
Okay, so Stefanos is going to pop one of them. Would that trigger my sneak attack since they're not paying attention to him?
Trigger? No.
Well, they're distracted. Isn't that the?
Well, you could shoot them. You won't get back.
Doesn't sneak attack still apply if they're distracted? Just curious.
Depends what you mean by sneak attack. Do you want to do your backstab?
Yeah, that's what I mean. My backstab, not sneak attack. That's terminology.
No, it's quite specific in first edition. Your backstab, you got to be.
Okay, that's fine. Actually,
within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah, you got to be.
No, that's fine. That's why
unknown to them. At this point, you're in the wrong position.
You're fine. I'm still going to shoot them. What's their AC, Darren?
Their
I'm
AC.
calling for one of the big
Which one's the big one? Now, hold on. We'll start at the top here. Everyone declare what they're going to do. So you're going to shoot them. So I'm going to go right across here quickly. Daniel, you're just going to get ready action, and what else? What are you going to do?
I'm casting a spell. I'll be casting prayer this round.
Okay. Moving. Dale, are you there?
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm just going to draw my dagger and kind of I'm fine where I am at the moment.
Just ready yourself, okay? Son?
X is just going to ready himself. He's not really going to be doing any spells this round, at least.
Not levitating?
He's fine where he is.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Saving that nugget. Nice. Okay, moving along. Gerald, you're kind of in the center front where you like to be.
Right.
Yeah, and you're just...
I would have my sword ready.
Righto. And your aura of protection right
Should
now...
we move forward, or...?
By the way, the rest of you guys, there's a white aura around Fairborn. If you're within that circle, you get +2 on your AC. And... Or is, or is it +1 on AC? Shit. +2.
Is that Zora of protection?
Yeah, it's a protection from evil. Oh, these things aren't evil. Okay, forget it. X,
if they're insects, they should.
Yeah, see that
X kind of shakes his head, goes, "They're bugs, guys."
Insects are pure evil. You know that.
Gentlemen, may I please add these
they
are
just attack you for no reason.
They are
malevolent,
evil.
negative material plane.
Yeah.
Undead. You name it.
So moving across, and then we have Kyle. You were shooting, okay, and then we have who's next? Mikael. You are on the right flank.
Yeah, seeing that the line seems to want to hold here, I will remain here.
Okay. Back to Carl, who's up by the cave entrance, and
Correct.
you notice you can see little ways down at that cave, and you see it. Yeah, the ants must come from farther in, but you don't see any more at the moment. It's clear down the cave.
Right. I would look behind me really quickly over my right shoulder, just to, you know what I mean, like with a good listen for a second, and then if this action is happening up there, I will loose 3. My target is this. Sorry. My target is the one nearest. Okay.
All right, so let's conclude our actions. Cast your prayer spell and shoot missiles. Anyone has missile fire, so...
Missile fire, but I need to know their AC so I know how to adjust here.
AC. Now, the big one's AC, come on, is 3.
Christ.
And the small ones are... Where is that again?
AC 3, wow.
Jesus Christ. I'm not
Yeah, these ants, armor class 3. They're both armor class 3, really. Those exoskeletons are rather hard.
Before anyone makes any ranged attacks, make sure that you remember I've added a +2 bonus to hit and a minus. You'll also enjoy a -2 bonus to your AC.
Does this affect even Carl? I'm pretty far away from.
Whoever's in range.
I still have to roll 6
aura.
things, guys.
Okay, let's move
Is
across.
that from the...
Dale,
what caused that? Was that the bless, or...?
Yeah, prayer.
No, I think you're going to be out of... Let me see here.
Yeah, I just need to know if I'm in range of that. We're looking at, yeah.
You're out of range, but everybody else along this front line is in range.
Copy that. I've got my own benefits here. They're only 30 feet away from me, so I've got the specialization of the bow.
Okay, I've got a list names written here. I'm just going to go down. So, Carl, let's start with you. You're the point man up there with your bows. Go ahead and fire. You've queued in on that one of the large ones, right? So go ahead.
Correct. The one that's nearest here.
Yep.
Sorry. Well, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that guy. How many arrow shots do I get? With specialization, I have 3. One is before initiative, and the other remainders are when. How many dice do you want me to roll? In other words.
2 this time, and then 1 at the end of the round.
Copy that. Okay, and I have +2 to hit. If I do hit, it is double damage per arrow. Here we go.
They're in range?
Yeah, they're within range.
What kind of bow do you have?
Short composite. I look like a Saracen. I've got a. Here we go.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll think about that too. That's a lot of power in those. That's the only problem. A lot of people have complaints about the Unearthed Arcana was those. Yeah, I mean, I guess
you can't double specialize in bow, and it only works within point blank ranging, which is underneath.
You can only pick that weapon as well, right?
Yes, you can't.
Okay, we'll go ahead for now. Let's let her rip.
Okay. If we want to discuss it later, and we can figure out if you don't want it, just let me know.
No, it's fine.
For now, here we go.
Since you guys got them a bit off guard, they're coming back in. They probably haven't still really noticed you. You guys made a bit of noise moving around, so they'll probably notice you in the next round. So go ahead,
Armor
fire.
class 3, I need an 11 to hit. I'll roll twice.
Yeah.
1 miss. And 1 hit. 8 and 13. Okay?
Yeah, so double damage.
Plus 2 damage and then double.
Go ahead.
1 die 6. And that's a 3, 4, 5, 10. 10.
So one of the big ones, just you do manage to puncture its exoskeleton and hit its kind of abdomen area, and it hurt it. It stumbles back, and right away everything's agitated. You notice that sets them off. But anyway, we'll move along. I got Fairborn. You're there with a ready action, just kind of ready, right?
Yeah.
I'll move down. Harden, same thing, I suppose, unless you have missile weapon or anything.
Before I do that, I have to ask, how long does it take to like switch from holding said missile weapon to like the melee weapon?
Well, the thing is, they're quite a ways away, so they're going to spend, basically, they can move pretty.
Right, yeah. I do have a heavy crossbow.
They can move really fast. They have movement 18. They can motor.
Yeah, so I can fire like 1 shot.
It's going to take an action to switch out like that. Even if you drop your current weapon, not put it away, if you drop it and draw your crossbow, your action for the turn is going to be drawing the crossbow.
I'll just growl at them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And X, apparently it's on. You see Carl open up. Everyone's firing. Everyone's battle line's ready.
X again is just gonna get his mace ready, and he's going to cast shield, just to be extra safe.
Okay, so that's your action.
Yep.
2 point modifier to your shield adjustment, by the way.
Stephanos, you can fire. Now, which one are you targeting?
I am going to target the one closest to me, which is this big boy down here.
Okay.
So, my shot, I got to hit 16 to hit him.
Oh,
really?
Good God,
that's with the prayer effect too, right?
Yeah, it's the prayer effect and everything. My armor class adjustment for my short bow is shit, man.
Oh, don't armor class adjustment against a natural armor of a creature. That's only against armor type.
Oh, okay. So, hang on a second. Then that's going to... It wouldn't matter. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to hit at 3 then.
These ones have an exoskeleton, though. It's very similar to plate mail, basically. They're wearing
but those are weapon versus armor type are literally weapon versus armor type.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what I need to hit then, because it's...
That's why they have AC3s. That's basically plate mail.
Yeah, I would need a 13 to hit with prayer, but I still only rolled a 6. I'm just trying to figure it out in my head.
So Antiac, her spear, she throws one of her spears at the wounded one that Carl hit.
Good thinking.
And she's plus. Oh, and that's a hit. Spirit is thrown as 1d6, right?
Correct.
But she's also specialized in spears, so she gets a +2 to damage and +1 to hit.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's really good with him. And she hurls it across and hits this thing, and it's skewered, but it gets up quickly and moves, but it's twisting a bit and whatnot. It's pretty messed up. You can tell it's very much on the edge, and they're all stirred up now. They're freaking out, and you guys are whooping it up. Daniel, the cleric, he casts prayer, right?
I cast prayer last round.
Oh, okay.
This round I'll be using my sling.
And
I can't find the THAC0 page. What is my THAC0 as a 7th level cleric?
Generally, that would be without any. That'd be. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 7th level, you said? Oh, look at the wrong chart. 16. That's with no modifiers.
I just rolled a 14 to hit, so that hits. And my sling does D4 +1.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about with bullets, I think. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. And I do
small
4
creatures, remember, as well.
Right, large
small and medium are the same.
6. So I'll do the 3 points or 4 points total damage to whichever one that I hit. I'll pick a wounded one to smack.
There's only one wounded. It's one of the big ones. There's 3 kind of warrior ants, and then the rest seem to be worker ants. But the worker ants seem pretty tough too. Those mandibles, but they don't have the stingers. X remembers when he studied ant hills in the valley. He's noticed there were worker ants and drone ants, and he spent a day studying insects or just ants probably.
Okay, I'll do 4 points of damage to that wounded one then.
Oh, you bean it, and and it works. Your bullet whistles through the air and strikes it in its weakened state. It's too much, and it curls up and goes sideways and twitches, and is a goner.
Yeah.
That's one down.
That's one down, and the rest, like I said, are pissed off. They're charging now. And anyone left here? Yes, Antiac threw her spear. Danella, you were waiting back with your.
Carl has a 3rd arrow if at the very end of the round.
Okay, fire away. You see that big one appears to be a goner.
10, miss.
All right. Okay, keep track of your arrows. I'm
I am
thinking about that a little bit. It's because it can be a factor.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Everybody moved. I'm kind of keeping track here as well, Brian, so you can back me up if I miss something or whatever. I'm writing stuff down. I got a list. Checking it twice. Just a season. Officially December now.
Who's naughty? Who's nice?
Enough of that, right? So now the answer here, we're going to roll a regular initiative. Like they're attacking now. They're going to be sweeping across. And so we'll roll 6-sided die, if you would.
Who's rolling our initiative?
Somebody luckier with dice than I am.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Since I'm on the other half of that anyway.
I'll roll initiative, guys.
Yeah, somebody.
Everybody's reluctant. Guys, I didn't do much better, but I did well enough. We get to act first. I rolled a 2.
All right, so now I'll declare your actions. Carl, you are going to.
Oh, shit monkeys, Darren. You know what I didn't do? It's
okay.
my fault. I didn't take a second shot at the end of that round. My bad. It's my fault.
The dice have rolled. Dun dun.
That's what I'm saying. It's my fault.
Oh shit! You dithered. You actually legitimately dithered. Carl wants to then go ahead and unload a few more arrows on this unit here.
And Carl, make a quick wisdom roll for me if you would. Be in the range. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on this one.
That is a dose, which I have a wisdom of 15, so that is a success.
Okay, let me know if you roll a 1, like a critical on any of these guys. Now, you did notice, you quick glance behind you and you saw one of these drone ants came out of the tunnel, but it seemed to immediately turn around and go back. Like, not that it saw you or something, it just seemed to come randomly out, scurry around a little bit, and go back. Like it's
copy that.
There's probably more, and there's appear to be to the right down there.
Mm-hmm.
These other guys, you can tell them at some point.
And I want to unload here. I'm not going to yell anything yet. We all know that there's more than these, like cockroach. You know, we see 5 there are 50.
So you see some of these ants are coming at you, Carl, this round, and they move fast.
Which ones?
I'm going to roll to see how many of the group of 4 come at you. You see at least 2 of them have seen you or heard you or sensed you in pheromones or whatever, and they're come running at you, and you're close enough they'll be able to attack you this round.
You're literally, the workers are attacking me.
Yeah,
all right.
The workers are. Yeah.
I want to try to put 1 arrow in each of them.
Okay.
With 2 strikes per round on that, or 3 actually. Specialization gives 3, but
that's bow. Okay, now Fairborn, you can now. They're going to engage. You guys get. I'm going to move up their line, and you guys can actually engage them now. So Fairborn, there are 2 worker ants in front of you, and 1 of these warrior ants. They're small enough that all 3 of these can attack you at once. Harden, there are 2 coming at you, and Dan, there are 2 coming at you. So they've spread out and just come at you, like just on front, broad front. They're trying to just swarm through it over you and attack you. It's like, you guys like, holy smokes. But you guys got it under control. You guys get first attacks. And so Fairborn, you probably are attacking. You're the paladin. What would you like to try? You're going to be swinging your sword, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm going to attack this, the worker ant.
Gotcha. Okay, Harden, you're engaging 2 worker ants. Now you get 2 attacks you get 3 attacks every 2 rounds, by the way, Gerald.
Okay, so it's 1 attack first round, 2 attacks the next round.
No, you can choose to do 2 attacks this round. You'll get 1 at the beginning of the round, and then 1 after they've gone.
Okay.
Oh, you're giving him the choice of whether to take the 2 at the at the front end or at the rear?
Yeah, he can decide if he has to either way.
All right.
And then that goes to anybody with specialty. You can decide if you're 3 attacks every 2 rounds, if you want to do it this round or next round.
I rolled a 7. It's a +3 sword. And
that's going to be a miss. These things have.
Maybe I need an 11.
Mind you, he only needs a 13. That's a hit.
Well, what was rolls a 7. He's prayer +3 from his weapon, so that's 12 right there.
He's +6 to hit.
Yeah, so it's
that's 13.
Yeah, wow.
That's
how do you get +6 to hit, man?
He's weapon specialization. He's +1.
Yeah.
He's +2 for his strength, and it's a +3 weapon.
Oh, you're strong as all hell, right?
He's really strong, and that sword, man, is like that. That is a beautiful sword, Gerald. By the way, your character is like
that sword.
Oh man, so that's a hit. And then your next attack, I'll leave that just for a minute. Actually, go ahead and roll damage because you're engaging it. You can attack it as we go.
And that's a 1d8.
That's a longsword. And then you have +9 damage, I think.
+9 damage, right? Yeah, I got that all wrote down. Every time I get a little bit of information, I try to write it down. So I rolled an 8. That gives me 17 damage.
Wow.
On him.
So wipe.
I'm using my new dice I just got like yesterday.
Okay, you shear through it, the side of it.
Swing and a hit.
You take off an antenna, 2 arms, and your sword cleaves into its abdomen, and this thing is messed up. That was the warrior ant, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's messed up, but not quite dead. You may have to finish him, but he's messed. Like can't have more than 1 or 2 hit points left. That's how messed up he is. Moving down, Harden, you may as well make your attacks now. These 2 worker ants move in. You see Fairborn wade into that 1 warrior. And you also get 3 attacks every 2 rounds.
Just take 1 at each of those 2 little fuckers in front of me.
Okay, go ahead. And you're +2 to hit? Or +3, actually? You got a battle axe +1, right?
5.
Oh, I see. Okay, we've got a tough party now. So you need...
We don't fuck around.
Where's the +5 damage, +3 to hit?
Okay, so you need 8. Uh-oh. We got a couple we got a tough front line now.
Trying to think of my stuff. So I had I can't remember how strong the axe was. Because it deleted. Bad web page.
Oh dear.
I think it was a +2.
Yeah, you get your +1 for your battle axe, and then your strength. What is your strength? It's 1862.
Oh yeah, the +1 from battle axe. That's what did it. Yeah, because +2 from strength, +2 from the axe, +1 from specialization for +5. Yeah, that's what it is.
+5 damage, +5 to hit. Okay. Go ahead. You might even do more damage, actually, +6 damage. So go ahead, roll your damage. I'll give you plus. Okay, that's definitely a hit. Crack! You hit one of. Poof.
And second swing.
Go ahead. Now this one, whether you kill it or not, it still has an attack on you.
Yeah, so those are the two swings. A 22 and a 17.
Okay, hit. Now roll damage. That's battle axe is 1d10?
No,
I thought it was a D8.
D8. Okay, D8 +6.
6? Are they large?
No, they're small.
Do I get a bonus for small?
Your strength bonus is +3 for damage, right? Somebody
I'm
look up your handbook, strength.
1862, whatever that runs at.
Yeah, that's +3
I don't
damage.
have the book in front of me right now.
Yeah, your specialization, so you're +6 damage.
Oh boy.
1860 is +3 dam.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll the damage for me, and I'll. You
First
probably
is
killed
8.
him. Actually, I'm just looking here. Oh, these things aren't.
Second
super, they're not as tough as the warrior ants, of
13.
course.
Yeah, so one was 8 and one was 13.
Oh. Okay, you killed with the first hit. Oh, the first one was 8, so that one you don't quite kill it, and the other one is killed.
The problem with ants is they'll fight until they can't move.
Yeah, but he squished him good too. His battle axe, like.
Well, I'm never ever gonna forget fire ant bites on the palms of my hands where I stepped in a fucking hill one time trying to dodge a car.
Nice.
I am from Idaho, and the first time I went to the South, we were camping in Alabama, and I sat on a hill.
Yeah, and your ass probably had fucking blisters for a month.
Oh, my mother literally picked me up and sprinted me into the shower because they were all over my body. They fucked me up.
I stepped on a fire ant hill in Texas. So
I'm going to move on to X the Mystic. They seem to have things under control. The front line is hacking away.
Do your worst.
Yeah.
What could I do?
Preserve the spell.
There's many things I could be doing.
What level spells do you have prepped, Hassan?
Let me check.
Well, I'll get back to you in a second. Stephanos, what do you do?
Well, I'm shooting another arrow, but I'm going to shoot at the big one sitting next to Daniel.
Roger, go ahead and make that shot, and then I'll come back to X. You're seeing everybody's in action.
Yeah.
Seems to be under control. Go ahead.
So what I wanted to do was to actually go ahead and try and attack this, and that's in front of Hardin right now.
Now, I real quick, sorry to interrupt. I'm actually going to play line of sight, like physically. So at that last line you looked there,
yeah,
you would have the same chance of hitting him.
Okay, right.
Would have hit a target, but if it's open, it's open. Now, so you could position your actual token into a spot.
Yeah.
If we're on this.
So okay, that's fine. I'll take the opportunity to kind of move kind of up here almost, and literally just so I can have a better sight of the line of sight of the ant ready for my attack.
Okay, well, go ahead and make your attack because I barely missed that motherfucker.
Yeah, no worries. So I'm going to attack with Magic Missile.
You're going to get 4 projectiles, I believe.
Yeah. Ooh.
At 1d4 plus 1 per.
Yep.
Unheraldly.
20.
What's up?
Natural 20. Hey, have it.
Oh, you don't even need to roll to hit on these.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, that's they roll for half damage. Oop, shit, whoops. That wasn't supposed to
With Magic Missile? No, they don't get anything. Magic Missile rapes you.
They just hit you.
Magic Missile, like, it goes where you look.
And he gets 4? So go ahead and roll 4 die 4, and then actually it's 1 die 4 each plus 1.
Yeah, and you can actually send them at different targets, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's right. So you can select.
Magic Missile's gnarly.
This worker ant's really quite wounded. One missile would kill him, you estimate. And you also can see the 2 coming at Carl.
Okay, so...
Oh, well, Carl hasn't attacked either. Is he just, like, later on the roster? I hope I wasn't skipped. That's all.
No, I had you bow written down here. So you get basically a shot off.
I was going to put
before
one
they
arrow
reach
on
you.
each of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got your specialization. So quick. Okay, go ahead. Do your shots. You see Carl
Sure.
pulling his bow
Well, let's
back.
take care of this magic missile action first. I mean, like, finish that action.
So just first thing he needs to do is decide where they're going.
Yep. So first one's going here because I got 4 missiles I can fire off.
You want me
First
to
one's
roll
going
damage?
here for 5 damage altogether.
Okay.
The next.
Hey, that one just explodes. Just goes flying, and there's like all sorts of ant goo sprays everywhere, man. It's just
No worries.
explodes.
So now the next missile, which is my second one, is going to go straight at this one here,
Gotcha.
and that's for 3 damage.
Hits it. And
Okay, and then the second last one is going to go for this one again for 4 damage.
Okay, it's still alive, and it's hurt though. And you see its exoskeleton's cracked and burnt where it's been hit by the impact.
And then you know what? I might as well just put end of his misery. I'm going to put the last one into this one as well for 5 damage. Yeah, I think that kills it.
You can describe that one for me.
So,
Boom, boom, boom.
so Mystic X the Mystic was like, I know your weaknesses, little runt. And what he does is kind of aims it at his head where he has a little opening of the burn wound, and he just fires the missile right at it, and it literally just combusts and literally just melts.
Indeed.
That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spell. That's one of the reasons Magic Missile has always been considered one of the most OP spells in the game.
That was excess.
It automatically hits with no
Magic Missile is designed as a magic user versus magic user weapon.
It is,
Yeah.
but
Now,
I'm just talking about from a meta standpoint. A lot of players have always considered it to be one of the more OP spells because it automatically hits and automatically does damage, and there's just nothing you can fucking do about it.
I just call it sexy. That's cool.
Okay, Carl, go ahead and shoot your bow now.
Okay,
guys,
now
be right back. Just need to let my cat in.
copy.
Okay, Hassan, good job. Yeah, we got your missiles. So you see these ants being blown apart by these magic missiles.
Carl was gonna he was when they started moving towards him. He was gonna drop 1 arrow in each of them, just like the 2 that were moving towards him, flop, flop, like that. And he was aiming at the first one and it just got fried, singed, and turned upside down, and his legs are curling in. And so he just looks beyond, and he puts both of his arrows right there,
And
ignoring the one that's coming towards me, the little drone that's coming towards
he
me.
shoots the big one.
Yes, 2 arrows on him. Tutum. He gets 3 per round, but I'm getting 2 now, presumably, and then 1 at the very end of the round? Or is this the end of the round?
This would actually be the end of the round because everyone else has acted. I still get a second shot, but I concede your third shot to you before I take my second.
If I'm going to put everything that I have, my full fury, right on that one.
Go ahead
right
and take all 3 shots. That's what I'm saying. If you want to go ahead and take all 3 shots,
Go ahead, fire.
Okay, here we go. It has an armor class of 3. I need an 11 to hit it.
I don't think the Mystic has moved yet, or is
No, I'm still moving down here. X did fire his missiles. Stefanos has fired his bow. Daniel, you haven't gone yet.
nope.
I know. I got you on my list here, and then Antiac and Donella. So let's move along. Go ahead. Roll your dice.
I need a 9. I'm going to roll all 3. Here we go. Hit and hit. Ooh, that one's a 20. And hit. 15, 20, 13. Hit.
Ouch.
On that one right there.
Ouch.
Okay, he was fairly severely wounded. I'll give you a wisdom check just to see if you can pull back, because your arrow, first one hits it and messes it up.
Success on the wisdom check.
Okay, so you noticed that you killed it. You shot right through its eyeball, and it's twitching down and thrashing around and it's twisting, and the seems sort of alive, but it's
Are you
dead.
saying I can
And you
redirect
can
the other
salvage
hits?
1 shot from the other 2.
I'll salvage it and put it there.
On the other big one?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. And that was a hit.
It was a 20 then. My first hit was a
nat
13.
20?
Second one was a nat 20, and the third one was a 15.
So okay, that you hit it dead on. So
Chow.
roll the percentage die. If you get over 86, it's triple damage.
63. No.
All right, so double damage.
Right, and I also have +2 on the damage, so it's 1d6 plus 2 doubled.
Right.
4 plus 2 is 6, doubled 12.
And it is a good shot. You definitely, Pierce, you've noticed now that you can shoot in between the segments and stuff, and their eyeballs are actually, their eyes are tiny, actually tiny little things they don't really see much out of, but they're sensitive. Anyway, it's not quite dead, but it gets hit hard.
Wait, time out. So even like a nat 20 still does double damage, right?
Yeah.
No matter what. I also have double damage because it's specialization within my range.
Close
so it's
enough,
quadruple damage.
Quadruple damage.
Quadruple damage. I did 24 damage.
No, you triple damage then. It won't compound.
Okay. Then triple damage. So it'd be
but that's 18 points.
18 damage.
18 points. That's still a lot of damage in one shot.
Wow. Yeah. That's for 1E. That's really good.
Good.
They're close. Okay, so now
Well, I still have that third arrow, man.
Yeah, but you had to forfeit that when you made your wisdom check.
Fair.
You were peppering the one.
Copy.
You killed. So these things are dropping, and this big one is twists around. Its arrow went right in between its segment of its head and its abdomen. And Dan, you see this arrow come out of nowhere, and you see they're dropping. There's 3 worker ants, or 1 or 2 in front of you, Daniel, at this point now, that appear to still be alive and attacking. So we'll go on to Daniel. It's your move.
I had a sling in my hand last round. Would swapping over to my mace be a full round action?
If you just dropped it and grabbed your mace, you can do that.
And then it's still attack or no?
Yep.
Okay, I will attack with my mace. Because one is
the nasty thing with my mace.
And I hit it for 5 points damage.
Whack. Crack.
There's one right there in front of me, yeah.
Okay, it is hit, but still up. Off its exoskeleton. And now I'm on to Antiac. She has like 3 spears that she can throw, and she, I guess, is going to throw this one she sees in between you.
Is she using javelins of some sort?
Yeah, they're little specialized spears. They carry a bundle of them in the left hand, and then they just wing them real quick. And she hits and does 5 points damage. Okay, it is wounded. Her arrow hits it, but bounces off, but does some damage. And Donella, last but not least, wrapping up the round. You're hovering around the back.
Last but not least will be me with my last shot, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Donella, your go now. There's not much room for you to do much at the moment unless you can go over them or climb walls. You have those gauntlets still?
So I couldn't really fit through them right here or something?
You'd get in their way. No, actually, that's quite a...
Yeah, that's a distance.
There's a clear line into the in front.
Yeah, but there's only about 5, 6, 7 feet. That's not much when people are swinging swords and maces. I mean, that line's pretty tight. You can shoot things through it.
No, that's not.
If you were a gnome or a halfling, there might be options, but...
Well, there's not a lot I can do. I'll just sit here and think about what I'm going to eat for lunch.
Gotcha. Okay. And, well, think what you can do next round, maybe, but it seems to be under control. Initiative, please. Or no, they attack back now.
What's
Hold on. This one attacks you, Carl.
Do I get my second shot after? I get my second shot after their attack. Yeah. Okay, that's right. I was trying to
remember there, Carl. I got 4 for you.
My wonderful armor class right now is... Sorry, give me one hot minute here. Armor class 4, correct.
Or that's a hit.
Oh, he didn't get prayer, did he?
Okay, so this one jumps at you with its mandibles and clamps and takes a nice snick out of your lower leg for 6 points damage.
Ow!
Ow, indeed. But these one doesn't seem to have a sting or a double check.
That's why we wanted to knock those warriors out, man.
Yes, sir. Good call. Good call. Moving along, this one attacks Dan. Your AC was 1, or what was it? For you, I have 0 AC. Is that correct?
That's because of prayer.
Okay, so that one misses you, Dan. This one attacks the paladin. 2 attack the paladin. His armor class I have as 0, correct?
0, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Okay. And that's a whiff. And 1, 2, 3. That's all that's left. Wait a minute.
My AC is -3 right now. All these spells are still going.
Oh yeah, everybody remember that. Whoever's close to Dan gets that +2 on AC. So holy cow, you guys are just sawing them up. Well, Carl got bit there. Ouch.
Because he's not close enough to get prior.
That's yeah, that might have helped. Okay, roll initiative.
Hang on, I got a shot. So I'm going to shoot that ant in between Fairborn.
Sorry, I rolled a 1. Okay, fire away. You're hitting this one here.
Nope, I missed. And
okay, I rolled a 1. Carl, or no, who's rolling initiative for you guys?
I did. I'm rolling it. I got a 3.
Okay, so you guys again have initiative. Anyone going to cast any spells?
Nope. I'm just going to keep shooting arrows and hope to God I can find them at the end of this.
X, do you have any spells?
X is going to just ready himself for this round. He's quite happy the way he is at the moment.
Okay, and missiles, let's start with them then. Carl, there's a ant in front of you. You have your bow out.
He's actually clamped his jaws down on me, so I'm going to drop my bow and draw my long sword and attempt to attack it in that fashion.
Okay, now that will forfeit your initiative, so he'll be able to bite you first if he gets his hit, okay?
Fair enough.
So let's do that unless somebody else can help you, so let's remember that. So Carl, I'm going to write down...
missiles from Rex would be great.
Yeah.
Move along. I'm also doing a missile attack, so...
Yeah, Stephanos, you may as well fire away then.
Yeah, I'm discarding the one I just missed a second ago.
Okay. And anyone else?
I actually finally hit one of these bastards.
Okay, so there's a worker ant you can hit right here in between the two.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming at. The one.
Okay, roll. He's taking damage, so you might be able to finish him here. He seems
4 more points as my arrow kind of plops into him somewhere.
How many hit points, Bart?
4.
Oh, it's just it hurt him, but you kebabbed him sort of. Your arrow went right through his abdomen, but he's very much hurt, but he's still attacking Fairborn.
Sorry, Fairborn. I tried to help you, buddy.
Donella, do you have a missile, or are you still hanging? Now, remember, Donella, you also have those gauntlets of climbing, or right?
All right. Well, I guess it's my time to be epic. I'm gonna. I guess I can climb over.
Shimmy over.
Over X.
All right, so you're bored. You go up the wall a bit and keep an eye on things that fly on the wall. I'll move along to now. Let's go to the front line. I guess you guys are scrapping. Carl was first. You have your bow.
I'm last. I dropped my bow.
Yes, that's right. So Fairborn, I got you next on the list. There's 2 worker ants.
I'm going to attack one of them. Well, I rolled an 18 without the 6 points of modifier.
Okay, do you hit the wounded one or the unwounded one?
The wounded one.
Okay, it's squished.
Trying.
The one that's kebabbed with the arrow is... You smite it mightily. You cut it in pieces. Chop, chop, chop.
For the love of Jesus, do not break my arrows. I'm down to 35 of them.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. You have to roll to get arrows back. So it squishes, and you have 1 attack this round, right? Correct?
I only used 1 attack last round, so I can do 2 this round.
All right, go ahead. Make a swing on the healthy one. It's the only one you can hit at the moment.
All right. With the modifiers and everything...
He's a killer.
That is 12.
Yeah. Ant Slayer.
Oh, that's the total you got was 12 with your bonuses?
The hits.
14. I'm sorry, 14. Yeah, with the bonuses is 14.
Actually, no, he needs a 13 with those modifiers. Okay, yeah, so that would have hit then. Go ahead. Now that kills it because you do minimum 10 points damage. Right?
Right.
Awesome.
Give you the official overkill award.
That is, paladins are very powerful in this game. Holy, Dan, you got the last one. Appears well. No, the one over by Carlos still alive. So, go ahead, Dan. You got 1 more in front of you, and this one is wounded. You hit it last time with your mace,
right?
And he's just hammering it.
I don't think that there's any way that a 6 is going to hit, so that missed.
Gotcha. And now, Carl, this ant bites you.
Right.
Well, tries to bite you and whiffs. Even with its +2, it's already clamped.
I haven't gone.
All right, where's Harden? Okay, Harden, let's see, are you close enough to...
Mosh.
Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't mean to move you. I thought it was on the...
And would I be close enough to
Your
jump
movements...
into them, or am I too slow?
You got plate mail or chain mail? You got magical chain, right?
Yeah, I got chain plus
You
one
only
or
got
two.
20 feet of fall.
One of my armors are +2 and one is +1. I
Okay,
can't
so
remember which is which.
Yeah, you could reach him and attack.
I'll run up and try and chop that thing off with Carl.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll. It looks like you guys are taking care of business here. I don't see it. And Carl, you can make an attack on it as well now. So between the two of you, mind you, this thing isn't wounded. Oh, that's a hit. Ow. Okay, roll +6 damage, so 1d8 plus 6.
Holy
7 points damage. It's still alive.
Right. What's its armor class?
3.
Okay. I need a 10 or better to hit it. 50-50, eh? Here we go. Rock and roll. Natural 1.
Okay, make a percentage roll.
Oh.
Hit your
Remember me
foul.
when you regain consciousness. 33.
Okay, so that one's at this point 33 would have been no, that's nothing. Okay, in this circumstance, you didn't stab yourself in the leg or break your dagger.
No, with the long sword.
Oh, with the long sword. Okay, you almost chopped your own foot off, but you managed not to.
Well, he's biting me, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
Did I at least knock it off him?
You killed it. Oh no, you rolled 7 damage.
Yeah, it should have like 3 hit points left or something.
Yeah, you knocked it off, and it's knocked down. And I'm gonna say you guys end up jumping these things and crushing them. They're both quite severely wounded, and you guys just swarm them to kill these last two. And look around quickly, and there doesn't appear
That's
to
what you get for stealing my picnics.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I'll just quickly put you guys... Now, you guys can look around and investigate. You seem to have a bit of time. Don't want to push your luck, maybe, but...
If I want to pick my arrows up, I got to roll a d6. If I roll a 5 or a 6, they're lost, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, do not fail me now, die 6. Well, I just lost 5 arrows.
Hey, Stephanos, you'll remember my arrows, won't you? I do a very distinctive fletching.
Okay, I'm just going to move you guys back to marching order, not necessarily where you are, just so I know.
If I remember correctly, I should also be carrying arrows from the last time we found like hundreds of arrows.
Yeah, you should be carrying, I think, 20, eh?
Everyone in the party has 20.
Yeah,
Carl's got 40.
Now I'm down to 35 though. So,
There's 20 more right now.
X, you're of course tempted to get your sketchbook out and take some quick, write down some
literally
nuggets.
just starts.
And that's you guys.
Who's been hurt?
Easy.
Carl,
There's more down there. There's more down there. Ants, that is.
Okay, Carl, do you have a torch?
Negative. I do. I can make torches quick. I have a pitch pot and I've got rags. You give me the stick and we got a torch.
I wouldn't mind taking a look at the tunnel and seeing what info I can get from all that weird tunnel crap I have for being a dwarf.
Good call.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
Now,
I don't. Again, I
Carl,
don't have
you're
the
up
book in
front
front
there.
of me, so I don't know what all that stuff is. It's mostly about incline and crap, though.
Yeah, you can sense how deep you are and angles and
Well, whether this is a
stability and
man-made
everything.
tunnel or a natural one, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
If we have a torch lit, then I can use these. I've got 3 bottles of oil that I can use as fire bombs.
I can also cast light as well.
Yeah, if anyone had ran out of arrows, I'll just replenish them. Or like lost arrows, I mean.
Right. Okay. Is Carl able to retrieve any of those arrows? It's not really a high priority right now.
Roll 6-sided.
Per arrow, is that what it is?
No, I just do them in bunches.
Okay. So I
sometimes it works out, other times it bites you.
Copy that. Here we go. Dice roll 3.
Okay, you can't salvage them.
Okay.
Now, Carl, you're close to the entrance. You notice that the yellow musk creeper is all but. Make your wisdom check.
Fail. 17.
Okay, doesn't appear it's been up. It's not here. There's no sign of it. It's appears to be perhaps a treat these ants liked or something else killed it. You're not quite sure. But you did find, hidden in the soil near the roots around the bottom of the cave, what would have been its roots, there are 4 dried clay balls. And they're actually little clay bowls, I should say, and then they appear to have they're candles when you check them out, like they're little potpourri. There's like wax in there, and there's a wick. So
they're not burned out.
No.
It's a ball sealed with wax that has a wick coming out of it.
Gotcha.
Like
it smells of like myrrh, like real nice smell, and you sense like, and there's some etchings around the outside and whatnot. Now, X is close by, and you guys sort of, I don't know, I guess you show it to these guys, or you gonna pocket those or whatever?
No, I won't pocket them. I won't even touch them. I'll point at somebody who maybe knows a bit better about these religious stink bombs. Carl will point and make sure you get somebody's attention nearest to him, and then keep on moving, just to give an eyeball.
The cleric might have a chance of knowing what this is. Actually, that makes sense. So the cleric could make a wisdom check -4, though.
I made it with a 5.
Okay, so you got a 9, so that makes it. Each one of these balls contains 1 piece of incense of meditation.
Oh, nice.
That's a magic item.
What does that do?
I forgot to look it up. I was going to look it up when I saw it earlier.
I do not have a first edition player or Dungeon Master's Guide, so I will need someone to look up.
Incense of what?
Meditation. So we'll leave that for now. You do realize they're magic devices. There's 4 of them, I said, or 3?
4.
Yeah, find it real fast.
And so you have 4 doses of incense. Each one is I think they help with augury and stuff. And
well, okay, I've got it right now.
Now we're gonna. The entrance seems to be clear though, and for now.
Good God. Okay. If you burn one of these sticks and spend 8 hours praying and meditating nearby, the following day, all of your spells will get full and best spell effects. Thus, cure wound spells are always maximum. Spell effects are always the broadest area possible, and saving throws against their effects are always at -1.
Wow.
Ooh,
oh, by the way, bring the dead back to life. You reduce their chance of not surviving by 1/2.
System shock.
Daniel, I'm sure you know what to do with that, right?
Yeah, they're not something that will help us right now, but it's nice to have for later.
Yeah, actually, if you find a spot where you're resting or something, right?
Right, yeah, just scoop those bad boys up. They smell like myrrh, a little too religious for me.
Yeah, they smell really nice. Even right now, you just smell, wow.
Hey, would that be all right if I took a bio?
Okay, yeah, it's been about an hour and a half, everybody. Then let's take a short little break. We're about to go into the tunnel. And you guys do know that there's possibly more ants up to the right, about 50 or 60 feet down, Carl tells you guys. And I'll be back in 2 minutes, everybody. Or
2 minutes.
Give or take.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right.
Brian, that is probably one of our better finds recently.
Yeah.
That's really, really super nice. Hey, look, I want to heal you. Watch this crap. Cure wounds. Cure my wounds.
Can you type a list of everything that it does in the chat there?
I could summarize it. It's pretty simple.
Some spells get a -1 to saves, and other spells get maximum effect, and there's all kinds of stuff going on, so I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, it maximizes all spell effects. There you go. It maximizes all spell effects. -1 to save versus your spells and half the chance of not surviving resurrection. So.
Okay.
Basically, it makes it almost impossible if you try to raise the dead for the person's soul to reject it. The biggest thing is maximizing all your spell effects.
Yeah, like max cure loot, like loot and things.
Yeah. Hey, look, I've got cure moderate wounds. Look at this shit. Automatically gain 16 hit points back.
18.
Oh yeah, you
17. It's 2d4 plus 1, I think, or 2d8 plus 1.
Might be. I have to look at it on the player's handbook.
Pretty sure it's plus 1. Carl, how bad are you wounded? I know you took at least 6.
He walked for a second. He's bioing.
Is anybody else hurt?
I didn't even get swung at, so I'm fine.
I didn't even get to do anything.
Fidel, we're sorry we're better than you.
Oh, I'm gonna take that as an insult.
Mighty big top person with 9 hit points.
To hack away hit points. Your job is to keep us safe when it comes time to unlock doors and to open traps and remove traps and that kind of thing.
What the fuck is the guy with 9 hit points doing more than the level 7 thief? The other thief demands answers. In thieves can't.
You've only got 9 hit points?
Yes. I am desperately trying to get a fucking level so I can get at least a couple more hit points.
I may throw an aid spell on you if things get hairy.
Yeah, I mean, how many hit points does aid give? Just curious.
Up to 8.
Okay.
1d8, I believe, is what it does.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt me, but I am playing quite possibly the most difficult character to play in this module just because he's only a 3-hit dice creature.
Yeah, I was aware. I almost picked that character myself.
He's a good character. You have to use him right. If you use him wrong and you go gung-ho, full bore, stupid on him,
you got to play your class. I know.
Well, no, you can play a wizard gung-ho, Leroy Jenkins moronic.
But I don't suggest it. Not if you want to live.
Me either.
All right, good work, everybody. I was going to say for 7 or 6 players, that worked fairly efficiently. I thought we just have to kind of streamline. And also just a reminder, try to be prepared. Like when your turn's coming, you know it's coming. Think about what you're going to do. So when I put you on the spot, you're not put on the spot, so to speak. And I'm going to try to keep the pace going. It's been working good. I'm going to assume that we're sticking in this order. I kind of have it here.
I do have a quick question for Hardin. You said you're wearing chain?
Yeah, but I can't remember which of my... Darren would have to look at the character I got my equipment from, which one gets the +2 and which one has the +1.
Is he wearing chain +2 or +1?
The chain might be +2, or it might be +1.
+1 chain, +2 shield.
So my question is, what's his total AC?
1?
Yeah. His chain and shield is 3, and then he's plus 3 more. He's at armor class 0 against frontal targets.
Well, the reason I ask is because I'm wearing chain +3, and I can afford to lose 2 points of AC. I know you probably have more hit points than I do, but
yeah, I have a ton. You don't necessarily
you guys,
do that.
in 1E2, your armor won't fit.
Well, usually magic armor kind of shrinks to fit. One size fits all. Doesn't do that.
Not with dwarves and stuff. No,
okay.
No, I kind of
hold off then. Let's push forward. Oh, I want to get a torch ready so that I have several vials of oil, and if necessary, we can toss those into the cave ahead of us, and give us time to run away if necessary.
Torch it.
Well, yeah.
So, Carl, you're looking down that tunnel. Speaking of tunnels, and it's been quiet. You haven't seen another ant scurry in or out or whatever.
I'm watching the tunnel with them.
You guys got to come up with a quick plan on what you want to do. You notice, you could surmise perhaps the main tunnel. Now you can, let me see what you can see. Do you want to go further down the tunnel, take a little more look?
Yeah, a bit, like just forward to 10 feet or so.
You can move your character if you'd like. But if mindful, if you go too far, and expose something to yourself.
Of course.
It might trigger something. I'm not too hardcore like that sometimes. So you notice the main trail does cut up and keeps going to the left, and the ant came from the right, and you notice as well that their tracks came from that area predominantly.
Do we have a torch ready?
That's so I heard.
Also, I want to have one of the light cast on my bullet.
Okay, hold on, just one at a time, minute. Now we can all declare what we're doing, but Carlos is the only one who sees what's going on, and he's kind of giving you hand signals. So, are you guys going to go into the tunnel? I'm assuming you're advancing.
Let's get that torch up front.
Okay, so who's got the torch? Bring it up. And then you guys have to come up with a plan.
Janelle, you were going to say something?
I wanted I had the light casted on one of my bullets, and if Daniel's gonna be moving up, I want to toss that to him if he wants to shoot that down there.
Yeah, or even just toss it down there.
Yeah.
No, don't do that yet. We don't want to draw them all.
So who has the bomb? I'm gonna put a little symbol on you.
I'm carrying 3 vials of oil. So on Daniel.
So your weapon is slung, and you're carrying the oil.
Yes. Well, right now I want to hand off a vial of oil to one vial to Harden the Fighter, one vial to Antiac, because I know she's got a good dex.
Yeah, but only certain classes can use oil in 1E. Now, I'm not sure if you can even. Being a cleric, I don't think you can.
No, we're talking about using oil as a Molotov cocktail.
Unless it's against undead and stuff, or trolls, or evil.
I got to the PDF now, so I can actually read some of this shit.
Just to be respectful on that, I think that is like literally using oil as a weapon is sort of like using a Molotov cocktail. And certain classes can use fire bombs, but anybody could use oil to put it on the ground and light it. Put it in a lamp and light it.
But it's the intent.
Yeah, we don't use it to throw it at
cause
people.
harm. And clerics just have certain restrictions in that regard.
But to create a flame barrier so they don't want to pass it is an entirely different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we're going to put down to the flame.
Well, whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to split too many hairs, but yeah, because you're right.
But the intent is that we make a flame barrier so that if we want to run out of the cave, we can light that past us as we go out, and they can't follow.
Okay, and they're just ants, so that'd be okay. Your god probably wouldn't be miffed about that.
Okay, then.
Got to be careful though, those Greek gods.
Right, they don't deal with large ants too often.
And
I'll put it on the opposite side from my flask so I don't accidentally drink it.
So you gotta let me know or just keep in mind if you're carrying a flask, you're not carrying your weapon, okay? So you guys are gonna
I just need like on my belt.
Yeah, let's move forward a bit. Look, can Carl have one of the torches lit? Shouldn't be there.
We'll spread the oil down ahead of time so that we can just run past over the oil, and then we'll light it as we leave.
Sounds good. So now to the actual plan. Carl, you've been keeping an eye up there, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And so far, actually.
Also, Carl is assuming that he has one of these torches lit.
Okay, still no ant has poked its out. Now, do you have a hear noise effect?
Normal. No worse than any other human.
No, Donella's in the back. Okay, so
I'm the only other person with it, and I'm in the middle.
All right, so you guys don't have that special ear. So, Carl, you creep up a little bit ahead, and you can now tell, their hive seems to be to the right, their actual, and you can hear now faintly, you can hear little scurries in there and clicks. And that's what you heard last time, or was that Donella heard it?
Oh no, we probably shared the information. Carl wants to take the torch and just underhand toss it, just a granny toss to that point right there. Just toss it over and ahead. Just
into here?
To this location, as close to here as possible.
All right, go ahead. I'll just dexterity check. See if you never know, you might throw like a girl. 7, correct. Made it. Okay, and sparks fly. This thing clatters down there, and you instantly see a bunch of ants come swarming out.
All right.
And they're pissed, like they're coming out and just and they roll a. Let's roll another dex check, see if that torch goes out. I'm just kind of being arbitrary at this point, given just to see if it sputters out.
Well, I'll tell you my roll, a 19, which is a failure on just about anybody.
Well, yeah, isn't your dexterity pretty high? So it sputters out, but just before that, you see ants come running out, and actually you have your continual light item out.
Negative. I don't. Carl doesn't. Sorry.
So I do.
You're not an elf or anything, right?
Not even close. Ah, you bastard.
God, I love being able to see in the dark.
Okay, so dwarves can see in the dark, right? Okay, I'm just double checking here.
60-foot infravision.
Fairburn, do you have your... Oh, okay, got it. I got it in then. So you can still see, right? Into the tunnel? You should be able to see.
Yeah, I still have my
Now, bear in
radius.
mind, if there's a torch going, that messes with your infravision. You're basically nullified.
But the torch has gone out, too.
All right. No, it's out, though, the torch. Just so you know. Now, Fairburn, you're going into a dark tunnel. Do you have your... everybody has an item with continuous light cast onto it. So you can have like your holy symbol or whatever you want.
Yeah, I think probably the holy symbol would be how he would go.
Now we have to come up with a bit of background for your character. I was going to get hold of you this week, but I just kind of stepped away from gaming this week and covered some other things I'd neglected. So we'll get to that. For now, we'll say your holy symbol is something that's on your chest that you can cover up or hold
at least
forth.
Put under your tunica.
Okay, so you'll be able to see. I'll keep your vision on. You should be able to see right now. Now, Carl, you can see behind you the light of the tunnel. Behind you, Carl, by the way. It's not...
Well, continual light's got a pretty good radius, doesn't it?
60 foot.
Yeah, it is. It's got really good. Stephanos, you are an elf?
Yep. So
so you're good to go. You should. Okay, you still got it. And this will just take me a minute. I'll have to...
Why do I have a pineapple grenade symbol on my character?
Donella, you're a human, right?
Yep.
Do you have your item out so you can see when it gets dark?
Yeah, so like what happened was I switched to my my little sling, and I have the bullet with the light on it.
Are you going to shoot the bullet with the light on it?
I'm just holding on to it right now.
Or keep it as an option?
Yeah.
Now, that bullet, you have to have it. Are you holding it in your hand? Then I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I'm holding my offhand.
Okay, so Carl, you can see behind you a bit the entrance to light, but in front of you it goes dark, and you see these ants came swarming into the tunnel, and they just kept coming. There was quite a few.
I'm going to back up. I'm going to, with bow in hand, but I'm backing up rapidly until I can be within, within some radius of light from my companions behind me, so I can see if anything comes. If I see any ant, a warrior ant especially, that comes into that radius, at the first opportunity, I will let arrows go at it, and with a full focused effect on one.
Okay, I'm going to turn on. So you can actually, I screwed that up. You can now see from Fairburn's light source. Now, these ants see the light source as well, and they come swarming down the tunnel. So we'll have to roll. Now, you guys are going to get a surprise round again, because they're coming down the tunnel. And there seems quite a few of them seem to have stirred up the nest, so to speak.
Good. If this is a dead end, I owe you each 5 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm just getting these guys ready. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so far you see 4 or 5 worker drones, but more ominously, you see 3 warrior ants come flying out.
I'm going to put an arrow on each one of them. No, negative. I'm gonna focus fire on just this first one here.
Now this is tricky. There's a lot of players. Not everyone will be able to act just because you won't be able to see, or you know what I mean. So choose your actions carefully. At this point, technically, if they're far away, 2 of you could shoot down the tunnel at the moment, but as soon as someone starts combat, there 2 people can go side by side in here if their weapons aren't two-handed or large.
We need to back up and make a crescent circle, like a killing zone.
So you
yeah.
so you yell out like your character
That's
yells
kind
out.
of what I was
back
thinking
up.
too.
Okay, let's start playing character mode here. So you see Daniel yells out, "Pull back!" And
Yep. All right. Yeah. Let's create an arc and get them to spread out a bit. But Carl wants to fire. He's going to get that volley off before he passes a point of where he can't see any of his targets anymore as he's receding.
My legitimate question here has to be, is it possible that Gary Gygax could have front-loaded this adventure with more encounters?
Possible, but not probable.
need a druid to take care of these insects and stuff. Oh, cat.
What I really need is something ridiculous like lightning bolt that could bounce from one person to the next, or some type of gout of. You know what would be really good right here? Fireball out of that cave.
Sorry.
Also, I want to.
Okay, everybody. You guys did put the fire down, the oil, right?
Well, what we want to do is get them bottlenecked up into where that oil is, and then we'll.
You want to light it up?
Once we get them all bottlenecked into that spot, we'll light it, and then we'll fight whatever few are still in front of us. That'd be great if we could eat a bunch of them with fire.
Yeah, that's the area covered with oil. Now I'm just gonna make the front line here. Hardin, you pulled back. I'm just gonna assume you guys are going back into your triangle of death.
How do you get that grenade there? What is that grenade?
That's the oil. You're holding the oil.
Nice. Okay.
Darren, can we light the oil? Can we set the oil back into the neck of the cave, like the first 15 feet?
Okay.
I don't think we made it that far in, did we?
We want to set it so that it goes back into the cave itself, so that we will be outside the cave. And once a whole bunch of them are right there, we'll light it up and kill the ones that are still in the cave and coming towards us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. So, Carl, you got to back up. Who's got the torch?
Well, the torch was tossed.
Also, I want to be moved towards the front.
Okay, so you're going to go up here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, good room. That's good, solid line. Carl, you threw this torch, so you guys have to pull out another torch.
Yeah, my torch was thrown far ahead, like up into that sector there. And it burned out.
It's out.
Let's light a new one quick, because we'll give the torch to Danella.
X fire it up. X can fire it up.
Okay, you guys going to this? To the torch place?
Let's do it. Well, Carl still wants to be able, if he has the opportunity to launch an arrow while he was backstepping, or 2 or 3, whatever his full volley is. He said we have the surprise on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, he wants to put an entire volley into that first warrior, if possible.
Well, then you're spending your round. They'll attack you.
If possible. If not possible, I'm going to move backwards. That's my priority.
Yeah, they're quick. These things move 18.
Copy that. Yeah. Okay. Just moving back.
You could get one shot.
I'll get one shot in. I'll take that shot of opportunity if possible.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be on the forwardmost warrior ant. And we are rolling, and we have rolled a 9. 14. They're armor class 3. It's an 11, and I got +2 to hit a short range. That is a 9 or better to hit, so I hit. Or point blank range, sorry. I hit, and it will be a single arrow of 2, 3, 4, 8 points damage.
Nice.
+2 and then doubled.
And then you backpedal out just as somebody throws a torch?
No. That torch will be our last resort.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get as many of them in there as possible? That's up to y'all, man.
We want them all out here trying to fight us, and then we'll burn their way back in.
Okay.
So,
they come scurrying over the oil and
this insect psychology, I don't know. Okay. We'll kick their ass. Hopefully.
I guess we can light it now, but is that 1 vial's worth that we have down?
Well, these ones scurry across. And they're following scent and whatnot and sound.
Oh, that's going to kill the pheromone line, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why I thought they would bottle.
Okay, now let's roll initiative.
Okay, let's see what we get this time. 5.
Yay.
Oh, I got a 4, but that's not as good. So let's start. Carl, you got your bow out.
Yep. I've unleashed one arrow, but if I have the chance to do my remainder of this attack, or if it's the next round, I'm probably going to go into melee mode.
Yeah, you can drop your bow. All right, so Fairborn, you're up front. There's a warrior ant coming at you. And you may as well, you can get 2 attacks this round. So it's a new battle, if you want, or you can save one.
I just realized I could have probably cast Fireball.
You have Fireball.
I have Fireball, yeah.
Nice.
A little late for it now.
A little late, yeah, I know, I was about to say. A little late.
Fairburn, are you there? You're muted?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you're up next. It's toe-to-toe at this point. Roll your 2 dice. You guys seem to be able to handle these guys fairly well.
Confident here. Just make sure those warriors go down first. Without that pheromone chain, I'm wondering if they're just going to start going random, you know?
No, they can kind of see you now at this point and hear you with their antennas.
But I wonder if there's a queen down there.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Let's fireball that whole tunnel. Send a fireball as deep down that tunnel as you can.
Nah. It's a tunnel, man. If you send a fireball down and it might do nothing more than flash and pan, we have to know what our target is before you unleash something of that power.
Not to mention, he's a 7th level caster, only has 1 use of that per day.
Let's take care of these. This is their vanguard here.
That's go nuclear. Anyway, go ahead, Fairburn. Roll your attacks.
A 7th level caster gets 2 3rd level spells.
Okay, I'm sorry. Twice per day. Oops.
Nonetheless, that's a brutal one. We're all going to lose our eyebrows on this.
20.
Ooh, that's a hit.
That's 16 damage.
Ow! Wow!
Interesting. Okay.
Rabid Crusader.
Smite.
I'm going to do the second attack.
Yeah, he kills it. It is dead. Hardin.
Who is hiding the relics?
I will take a couple swings at the big kahuna in front of me.
The warrior guy?
Yeah,
Go for it.
you're a pretty little thing.
Indeed. You guys have been unscathed, kind of. A little nicked Carl so far, but pretty good
First
so far.
swing is a 24. The dice like me tonight.
Ouch. Let me know if it's a nat 20, too. So,
And second swing is a 19.
Wow!
that's going to kill it, because with your damage bonus, it's... Wow.
I'm going to roll them anyway. 11
Yeah,
plus
nice.
13, so 24.
Oh, wow. Yes, they got 18 hit points.
How does it feel that we're all ant slayers?
Yeah, it's going well. Huh? You guys are playing it well.
Arden Hammerforge, Slayer of Ants.
Let's just be happy we do have no druids here.
Missed it.
They're
Yeah,
just
you're
in the
killing
corner
bugs.
sobbing their eyes out.
Stop it. Stop it.
Guys, let's make sure we say this right. You know what? This is going better than the fight where our ranger got turned into, like, some type of mushroom or whatever the heck that was by losing all of his intelligence points because of
Now, X the Mystic, you are in your spot. Now, this is a really good tactical setup you guys have now, with enough to maintain the front line, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm actually going to cast Sleep on this ant right here.
Ooh.
How many hit dice? You could roll to see how many hit dice that does, right?
Sure, let me...
We really can't. Like,
That might be overkill.
Yeah, but can we yell that out? We don't know what his intention is.
Yeah, he's doing it, if he's doing it.
Tell me what it rolls for hit dice.
We'll let it out. Let it out.
And to
man.
be fair, Hardin thinks any magic is overkill.
Everything's overkill. You're only 3.5 feet high.
Pansy magic
Things
users.
fighting
That's all I did
words.
there, right?
Okay, Sleep. Somebody, I'm just looking it up. Somebody have it?
On my book here.
I don't think they even get a saving throw, right?
There's no save versus sleep, but it's a hit die. It affects a certain number of hit die.
No. So he chooses a 3-inch diameter circle. The number of creatures which can be affected is functioned by other life energy levels is expressed by hit dice and hit points. So
that's what I said.
Okay, so the worker ants are 2 hit dice, and the warrior ants are 3 hit dice monsters.
2 hit die will affect 2 to 8 of them, and the warriors it'll affect 1 die 4 of them. And you start, I think, from the highest hit die. That's a weird thing. Is it doesn't really mention how do you do your.
Now you have to put the center of that spell further back, so you don't put your own people to sleep accidentally. Okay, go ahead.
None of us are affected by sleep.
That will put all these ants to sleep.
Okay.
Basically.
Boom, neutralization.
There we go.
Yeah. How long is that going to last?
Let me.
Duration is 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Okay, so you guys can do the coup de grace, I suppose.
5 rounds per level, mind you.
Per level, yeah, absolutely. So, well, since I'm 7th level, that would be 35 if I'm not mistaken.
35 rounds. So
for a while, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, there are a couple more ants in the tunnel, but that's it. That's all that came.
Well, that came as a bit of a surprise. They all just went.
Yeah, they all just fell over asleep. Well done. And you guys
never mess with a magic user. Don't fuck with a magic user.
Mess.
So these 2 other worker ants are gonna come scurrying in there if I can get control of this fucking thing. You bastard, too small. Okay, they come scurrying out, and you guys crush them. You jump on them, crush, and no problem. You guys are ready for them. You're just waiting there. You didn't even have to light the oil on fire. You just and then you go around, I guess, and dispatch the ones that are sleeping. I'm assuming, and it's over in about 40 seconds. It's all said and done.
Chop their legs off, right?
Yeah, you guys do have a bit of ichor on you. The paladin's a bit annoyed that he's got a bit of a stain on his cape now, and everyone looks at each other and kind of, all right.
I'm just gonna say they're good eating.
Like crab or something.
Can we search around? Maybe what happened with that plant?
Yeah.
We already did, and we didn't find any trace of it. It was gone.
Is there like a pit where the roots were, or?
Make a wisdom check.
I made it on a 2.
Athena be with us.
There, you find deep down a bud, like a root and a bud. And
we can grow it.
And it seems to be alive, and it seems to be this plant. It's just dormant right now. These ants probably ate everything up here, and it was waiting or whatever. Who knows? Maybe it would die. But it's this.
Carl,
now X.
Budding plant.
X confirms it. He goes, it's a pre-sprout phase. It's in its embryonic stage, and perhaps with moisture and sustenance, it could be coaxed to grow. I don't recommend it. X.
We have empty vials now from the oil.
Yeah, but you don't want to toxify it with oil.
That'll kill it.
Do you?
Let's rinse out the vial and shake it up and get the oil out, and just drop the plant into the dry vial, and we'll carry that with us.
But what if my empty flasks work?
It's pretty big.
It's
Look, we can come back.
I have like 2 empty ones at this point.
Sorry, no, it's not that big. It would be.
If it's just like a small cutting or something.
It's like a coconut, I suppose.
I'll have you know that this is contraband in 14 nations.
Okay. Cat. Oh my God.
Some of it's
but no flowers.
Anyway, you're going to secure it and take it with you, or you keep it.
I'm going to secure it and take it.
Pull that rootstock.
Can I pull it?
Just at once, please. Go ahead, Daniel.
Can I pull it up by the root, or is
it
removable from the ground?
Yeah, you can definitely pull it up. There's got no flowers, so it can't sedate you at this point.
I'm literally going to wrap it in my cloak, and I'm going to put the cloak into my backpack, so it's sort of got a double layer.
Okay, and for now, leave it at that.
We'll deal with it later.
I was going to say the rags that I had wrapped around my own face could even be used.
Fighter, and I have proved useless once more, and now I am ticked.
No, you're
Well, it
useless.
just so happens your roll didn't come in. Well, I'm going to quickly position you guys back. And for now, we're just going to go theater mind, and we're just going to use Carl as the party. Everybody else is behind. And Carl, you still don't have a light source going. You can see the light emanating from Fairborn glowing into the cave.
Let's move them forward. Let's move forward. We'll cluster together a bit more, huh?
Okay. So you guys creep up. Well done, by the way, X. That was actually the...
To remind you, Danella, yeah, I think that sleep cell, we probably would have suffered a little damage there. But to remind you, no, these are just ants, man. This is nothing. Please keep that in mind. We're all alive. That was nothing.
Oh yeah, they were. You guys handled it well. Didn't let them swarm you or surround you or something.
They're ants.
But you never know.
Yeah.
This game's fickle that way. You never know. And oh shit. Okay, I'm just getting it organized. So there's a tunnel up ahead, up to the right. Carl, you creep up forward. And
sure. Do you want me to actually move the unit, or are you taking care of that?
You can go ahead, but if you guys let me, I'll move your characters. If you say we're moving forward, I'll move you guys forward in order. Just let me know your order.
Yeah, so same order, more or less. Just going to tighten up a bit so we can all be within whispering.
They're only about 15 feet from you. 20 feet tops.
Danella is tempted to
remember, Fairborn's noisy. You can hear him already.
If you want, if Danella can move up to the front, though.
Sure.
Alongside Carl.
At this point, yeah, then you can have hear noise effect and other stuff. Benefits from the thief. Okay, so you guys are side by side.
On the roll 20, my personal view is just a black field.
Okay, just hold on. Anybody want to cast any spells or ready any action or?
Well, since we already got light, I'm gonna replace the bullet of light and just get a regular normal one out.
Like a lantern?
No, the bullet of light. I want to get a regular
bullet without a light spell on it.
So
hey, wait, magical swords have a glow too, don't they?
Some do.
Some do.
Is that just a flavor decision or something?
Now, Carl, you're up ahead with Danella. You guys get to this part here, and you can see, you can hear it now, the ants, and you whisper to everyone else quickly. Shh. And you might want to cover your light source at this point.
Yep, I put mine away.
Well, the one torch that was tossed, it's out, right? But it's still, it's not trampled and turned into dust. If we've made it to the torch that has been thrown out, I'd like to get it relit, and it'll be in Carl's.
It's gone.
It's just destroyed.
They carried it away.
Would it be worth me casting infravision on anyone?
I'll take it.
Yep. Okay. I'll prepare and cast that to.
Okay, so you're doing that this round. Okay, so X is comes forward and casts that. Now that takes a round. No ants come yet. You think you might be able to scurry across, unless you want to go in there and investigate. The main tunnel, or wider tunnel, goes up to the left. Sorry, go ahead, X.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's about it. The duration's for about 12 turns.
It's a couple hours.
So yeah,
I'll take it, and then we can. I don't know how you think about this, but we can split up into two groups. One group goes to the right, where they came from. The other group moves forward. We need fighting groups, 2 fighting groups.
Mm.
All right, let's put Harvin, or sorry, is that right? Hardin is the lead on one group, and we will put the Paladin as the lead on the second group. Let's put Hardin off to the right and the Paladin off to the left.
Okay, so you're probably going to get in combat if you go to the right. There's ants in there. You can hear them. They're in there.
That's why we got a dwarf in the front.
Sounds like a lot of them, too.
Fireball.
Oh, yeah. I'm
get extremistic with Hardin.
That's nuke it.
Yeah.
No.
Go to orbit, nuke the site.
Don't use Fireball while we're in these caves.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys need oxygen. I'm sorry.
Well, if they're tight, confined caves, that could backfire. You could guys cave-ins. Yeah, let's not. It's real time now, by the way. So time's ticking. That's in a way.
Just don't burn my beard off.
Let's get 2 fighting groups. 3/4 of our fighting strength goes to the right, and 1/4 of our fighting strength goes forward, just to give a reconnaissance.
I can't see anything.
Carl will vouch to go forward.
So we'll put the Paladin and Carl, and we will put Stephanos to the left, forward, and all the rest of us will go right and take care of whatever's in there.
Right. We're going to hold that point, though. We just want to make sure that there's nothing coming up from those tunnels. So that's why we went 3/4 of our fighting unit to go right. Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole bunch in here.
Okay.
Okay, you see there's quite a few in there. There's
a sleep spell in there.
Yeah, I can see a ton in there. Should I take who's going left? Who should take point on the right?
Roll now for you guys again have a surprise initiative now. You have a full segment. They see you. There comes. They're scurrying in your way. The lights, there. Fairborn steps around the corner and clang, clang, clang. It's like, oh shit! And there's by the gods, Zeus protect us. You see, probably, well, there you see most of it, and there's some shape in the background there, some big bloated shape.
Queen.
And it's wriggling around, and it seems a lot of the ants are occupied just scurrying around in that back chamber around this sort of bloated form, but you do see the closer ones definitely come toward
Kim Jong-un, which I believe is the incantation.
So for now, these are the ones attacking, and now these ants can scurry on the walls and up on the ceilings, so they can actually attack about 8 or 10 of them can attack at once along the tunnel.
Sean,
they just swarm all around and come in, and they're small creatures as well, right? So there's a pack of them coming at Fairborn. Now, who's going to side by Fairborn? There's not much room to maneuver, so I was going to have Daniel beside him. I thought you mentioned something like that. Then Harbor, you were with Carl, or do you want to be there? Oops, sorry, Daniel.
Wait, was I the one going with Carl? Because I will slow him down.
Well, for now, I'll just say
Danella was up with Carl when we were running point.
Yeah, I still want to be right next to Carl.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with that. Is that fine?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so the ants are charging.
Does Carl have that infravision cast on him right now?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So all 3 of us can just see in the dark, right?
Can we get that sleep spell cast right now?
Absolutely.
Do you have 2 of those spells?
Yep.
First level spell.
First level spell.
Okay. Now you have to roll the dice. Hit dice now. There's 3 hit dice monsters close to you and 5 2-hit dice. So you're going to cast the spell then, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And that takes 1 segment.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
how much am I rolling for again? Sorry.
1 die 4 for the 3. How many of those 3?
So 4, 5.
How many of those did you get?
I got all of them actually.
Oh. And how about the worker ants? You did? Is that how many did don't have it? How many is that one?
Just to throw it at you here in the Dungeon Master's Guide, page 45. Sleep. Unless a single creature is designated as the target of a sleep spell in a mixed group, the sleep spell will first affect the lowest level or hit die targets, and then whatever's left.
Okay, we'll have to roll that then. Roll. I just have it open here. Shit, when I do that. Okay. 3 hit dice monsters. You rolled 1 4. Okay, 2 hit dice monsters. 2 die 4. Pardon me.
2 die 4. Okay.
See how many of the small ones.
So 4 and 5.
So it starts with them.
Yeah.
So they're all asleep. And then the other ones.
Right, and I think this is gonna maybe you're gonna open to contest, but I think the way you can do is you go for the lowest one, and the range is from 2 to 8. And so if it only affects 5, that means you've got 3 left, and then you go to the next higher hit die, but you can affect a maximum of 3. Dig?
Yeah,
So,
no,
like, you
that's what
roll
I was
1d4,
thinking.
Yeah,
So he
same.
still got them all right. So well done,
But I think
X.
that's how it's done.
Now, X, you're in the intersection here, so you can see, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And you do your thing, and all these ants just kind of curl up and go still, which is very odd. And it's done quietly, and everyone's standing there quietly. And the rest in the back don't seem to be disturbed or upset about this. They're just busy. They're doing their jobs or whatever, guarding the queen. And these ones all just, they all drop from the ceilings and stuff, and they're all sleeping.
I just give a thumbs up to X.
It seems to be working. So X is like right on.
I'll slip on my tea while I'm at it.
You guys quickly whisper to each other, what's the plan? Carl and Donella, you see that there's branches up ahead. It splits like a fork. One goes kind of north, the other one goes northeast, with possible more branches up ahead.
No sounds, though?
No sounds at this point. It's very quiet that way. You can hear the ants scurrying in their spot, and no particular smells besides sort of that dank kind of under earthy smell. These are mostly natural, or it's all been natural tunnels so far.
Well, Danella, unless you have some other idea, I think that we should stay within response distance of our companions. We just want to make sure that nothing's going to come and blindside us.
So quickly, you got to decide now. It might be inevitable the ants will discover or investigate. So you can either go in and keep attacking, or you guys can go on. At this point, you could probably go on and be done with the ants, unless there's something in there worth.
They're just going to wake up again. You know that, right?
They will in about 20 minutes or so. You guys, yeah, so they'll be sleeping for a long time. You'll be long gone if you leave.
Matter for philosophers and wizards.
So you guys got to decide, you want to go in, keep attacking, or go forward.
I'm good either way, whatever y'all want to do.
Let's clear the room.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with it.
Guys, we're not here to kill ants. We're here to find a sacred lost city. So let's GTFO and find this city and say to hell with the ants.
If we clear this room now, it won't be full of ants when we want to sneak back out this way.
And from Donella's perspective, she's always looking for treasure. So
you know what? Because we have the time, let's go north and see if there's a way out. And if this is an actual secondary entrance into the city, then what we'll do is we'll clear out this room, and then we'll have our sort of a base camp right here.
Well, does everyone concur? Leave it for now?
Damn it, I don't like leaving this many ants alive. But that's up to you guys, really. I mean, Carl's going to spend most of his attention looking down those tunnels.
X surmises as well that he's concluded that when some ants or wasps, other insects, when you kill them, they sometimes release pheromones. It might not be wise to kill them in their sleep at this point. It might, unless you want to stir up the nest.
Let's move fast then. Let's keep on going deep and move fast.
Like I said, let's just keep going. Let's go after what we're here for.
Now, right or left? Now, the tunnels, it's hard to tell difference at this point. The one on the left, so maybe a little thinner. But
I say we hug the left.
Okay, Carl, so I'm going to move you just a little ways up.
Donella,
Donella, you're with him. And
Honest is going to go with them because he doesn't feel like dying to ants.
We can split up if you want. But we have to be back here, and we have a time limit.
yeah, everybody's okay. I'm just moving characters up now. Theater mindish, sort of. So you're going to go up the left side, and you notice to the right there was perhaps another intersection down there ways, but who knows? Maybe things will link up. So Carl, you can keep moving a little bit further.
Carl will actually say that too. If you want to split up, we can split up, but we got a time limit.
Let's not split up.
All right, then let's move.
All right. I was about to say, if I get split up with Entiac, I'm just going to be like,
Keep Donella in front.
Yep, for thief abilities. Now, you're kind of passively, if you're just moving at normal pace, it's hard to look for traps effectively. If you're looking for traps, you can go at like half pace and rudimentary search, find obvious traps and stuff.
Let's say we're going at a cautious pace.
yeah, I imagine we would like have our weapons ready, kind of walking slowly.
and everyone's following you down, and the light spills off into the darkness, and you guys are all going down single file, sort of. You guys can stagger, and once in a while stand side by side and whatnot, and find little bottlenecks and whatnot, if you know what I mean.
Carl will stop. He'll look back about every 10, 15 seconds, and if he loses sight of the last person in the line, he will stop until he catches up.
Okay. Sometimes you do, because the corners and stuff. And
Sure.
And just the way it goes. So everybody's just taking their turn. Fairborn's like, hey, wait, let me get up there. You don't have roll 20 going, do you, Gerald?
No.
Okay, so I'm just moving your character, your theater mind. Okay, so everybody's moving up. Antiac's bringing up the rear. And it's long single file. You guys are spread out over about 50 feet. I could scoot you up a little bit closer.
Every single time that Carl sees Antiac and makes eye contact with, we'll move forward again until there's another major bend.
Yeah, it's tricky, but it's working out. So make a hear noise, and
what dice are you using for hear noise?
Actually, Carl, you'll hear it as well. He has a hear noise percentage, right?
Percentage. So technically, I can make this check, and if I roll under 20, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead. And Donella?
I'm completely flat on my feet. Sucky.
That's a 100-sided die, Donella. Nice try. Okay, you're better thief. I'm not sure what your move silent or your hear noise is, but that's close enough. And then everyone goes hushes real. Carl, you kind of hear it too, and everybody can sort of hear it, echo it now. You hear loud crashing and scraping noise, and you can discern kind of the snapping and cracking, and suddenly there's a deep voice humming. A very unusual tune. It's a weird kind of gravelly, deep sound. And as you get closer, it gets a little noisier, and you can hear, and up ahead you see a chamber, Carl, about 45, 50 feet ahead. Your vision can just see that there's an opening, and the noise is coming from in that opening. And then there's more crashes, also crack, bang, snap, crunch. You hear what? And you can see little shapes in the room. They might be funguses or strange rock formations. You're not sure at this distance. So you look back, and I guess you share this info, sort of, right?
Yeah, hand signal for them to hold back. Down aisle, come with me, and we'll move forward about another 25, 30 feet.
Okay, you go down there, and everybody's hanging back a little bit. Fairborn's friggin' noisy. And it's hard. You guys are kind of all stacked up. It's hard not to do that in this tunnel.
I'm going to have my face mask just kind of like a thief thing to do.
Now, Carl, you get about to that spot there, and the noise stops suddenly.
We'll freeze. Listen.
It just goes dead quiet. Now, your light did spill into the room a bit.
Who's using the light?
Fairborn. And I just checked out his light source. And so whatever it is might have been tipped off. Now you can see in the room there are some large funguses and such. You might, I'm not sure if you'd recognize any particular ones, but there's some really big ones, and some of them are thrashed and smashed around. And a couple of them have been uprooted and laid on their sides and smashed and kind of flattened.
Janella, can you take your hide and shadows at this point at the juncture?
Am I hiding right here?
Well, move forward. Move up a bit, so we can just hug the walls right here. We're in the darkness. Neither of us have a light source.
You guys can hide, as you know. You're crouching in a little nook in the cave, but it's just dead quiet. And whatever is in there that's what was making the noise. It was smashing funguses and stuff, and for some odd reason. And the voice though is really weird. All of you could hear the voice when it went up in this sort of chorus for a minute, and it's a very strange voice in a song you've never heard in a language you guys never heard. And you just baffled to look at each other, and it's not like you guys combined speak stuff like ogre and bugbear and goblin, I'm assuming, and whatnot, and it doesn't even come close to any of that.
Might be those tasseli that we've never.
Maybe singing.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper over to Carl. Maybe he took the plants. Maybe it wasn't even the ants.
Sorry, Dale, you're pretty quiet there. I missed that.
I was gonna whisper over to Carl. Maybe he took the plants. It might not have even been the ants.
Janella, move forward.
All right.
As quietly as you can.
So Donella creeps forward. Okay, it's a large chamber. It's about 40 by 30 feet, you estimate, with its natural kind of has the top is just yeah, it's nothing in particular, but you do notice there's no creature in the area. As far as you can see, and the room's filled with large fungi, 2 or 3 feet high, many of which are smashed and broken. And when the light goes into the room from whoever, the walls flicker and sparkle in several places. Now, everybody else is sort of creeping up, I guess, following along, right? Anybody want to intercede or say anything? I'm kind of letting Carl and Donella describe things. And you just peek around the corner, Donella, and the room appears completely empty.
Something wrong.
Is this like a fungus farm made by the ants?
A singing trolley ant.
It might have been at one point, but something was thrashing in here. Now, you guys have to come forward to investigate it.
I want to whisper something.
Now, do you go into the room? Okay, go ahead.
So he might be the person who was here might be invisible unless he ran down this path behind us.
Yes, there is a path that cuts back the other way behind you guys.
Take Antioch. Go down that way.
All right.
Seeing as they're trying to stealth and everything, Fairborn would definitely not move any more than necessary and would stay back as much as he could to prevent making any noise, because he can always charge back up later if need be.
Okay, and yeah, he's got to be a bit careful, but that's at this point it's tactically sound and justified. Once combat starts, he's usually eager to get in there, of course. Now, Carl and Donella are at either side of the entrance, and you.
No, Donella's going to move down with Antioch.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Antioch.
Okay.
Whoever else wants to go that way too, as a volunteer mission.
Well,
the rest will go this way.
Hardin, you see the glitter of the lights in the room on the walls and such, and you right away kind of look a bit skeptically, like, and make a wisdom roll. See if you're even from here, being you're like a 5th or 6th level dwarf, so.
Oh my God, the dwarf has to make a wisdom roll.
Yeah, and well, now do you guys? The room seems to be just empty. It's really quite bizarre.
I have to roll under, right?
Yes.
My wisdom's 11.
Well, you got a bit of odds are with you.
That's a clean
55% chance.
That's a success. Huh?
Yeah, so I succeeded my wisdom roll.
It's like Cupid's Zirconian. It's like fool's gold. You can tell it had the glint of gold, and there's veins of it and whatnot glittering around the room.
Iron pyrite?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not here to fucking chip walls away.
Nothing worth your time in this room.
I mean, your heart raced for a second. You were like, look at all that gold.
Hold on. Do we have any way of knowing whether that singing came from this chamber or from down back the other way?
It's weird. Now you think of it, it seemed to come from this room.
Probably like echo.
And something has went through here and smashed things around. And fairly recently, it seems, and you heard it, you thought you heard it. It's just bizarre.
Hope you guys don't go too far down that other tunnel without the rest of us then, because it looks like this is a dead end.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any exits so far. You don't have to go in the room. You can go down that other tunnel. This room's odd, though. It's just...
Let's get a couple of really clever-fingered people with strong eyes to go in and rifle through this really quickly while we get any missile fire that we can to cover them from the entrance, eh?
There's still fungus. Who knows what that fungus actually does?
Up right here next to you, Carl, and help you cover the room.
Yeah, let's just cover the room. Anything that moves that is not one of our party members, fire at.
I can see everything in the dark as long as it's ready.
So Fairburne's going to move up and sort of cover, go in the entrance, I suppose. Gerald?
We need a couple of quick hands to go in there and just kind of poke around the corners, though.
That'd be Donella.
Stefanos, can you go with? Or do you want?
Where do you want me to go?
Just to assist Donella in getting in there, hands-on, and search that room.
Probably could. I cannot see that other hall for some weird ass reason. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I can. Again, I'm not as good of a shake as he is at it, but I could try.
Let's spend a turn poking around here just to make sure. Fire at anything that's not one of our own.
So nobody's going into the room.
Oh, well, we've got to get somebody to. Donella, hopefully. And, yeah, no, the room that is marked as number 6 there, sorry, on the D20. Just poke around the corners. We might not be able to see everything that we need to see.
All right, well, I'm just going to give Antiac a nice little hug, and I'm going to make my way back through.
Back in the room?
Yep.
Start looking around.
I'll just be quick at it.
Hardin, what do you want to do? And Daniel, what would you like to do at this time? You see that they're starting to go into the room and investigate, look for, I don't know, whatever.
Oh, shit, we've got those ants, too. They're going to wake up, aren't they?
We've got 30 minutes on that.
Okay, well, it takes a turn to search heavily.
Daniel's going to stay someplace where he can keep an eye on both groups so that I can run where I'm needed.
Okay, well, that would be... And Hardin, you want to go into the room, or do you want to loiter in the hall?
Which way's the room?
Northwest, whatever the heck that is.
Oh, yeah, you're not on roll... Are you in roll 20?
Yeah, I'm here. No, they need at least somebody who can take a hit near these other two squishy folk.
I can take a hit. I can take at least like 2 hits, depending on the creature.
Okay, some time goes by, and you guys go into the room and start to spread out, and you're looking, and yeah, something looked like came in here and randomly thrashed some stuff. You do find something peculiar over here on this wall. Stefanos, you're going over there. Could you make an intelligence check? You notice there's some interesting... yeah, there's something interesting there. Make a roll here. An intelligence check. And Donella, you can make one as well.
All right. I can make one?
Yes. Roll under or equal to your intelligence.
Nesafel.
Okay, so you both are looking at these weird, and Stefanos is pointing, and Donella comes over, and what the heck's that? And you see, it looks like something, there's almost like teeth marks in the rock. And it's like somebody took a bite out of the, and these huge teeth marks are some sort of mechanism pinched off a chunk of rock in this weird sort of pattern, and it's fresh. Like you can see where there's other lichens and whatnot on the rocks and just weathering and whatnot, but there's parts where you notice where there's a fresh piece of stone that's been a gaping hole.
So well, I don't know what it is.
I'm football,
a couple at it.
Now, X, you turn around just in time to see this thing step into the hallway behind you. He steps right through the rock, like.
What the hell is that?
And there's a bit of a sparkling, like as his body comes through the rock. And you recognize that this is some supernatural creature. Can you see that, X?
Yeah, I can see that.
And this thing says in this deep voice, "Stay where you are, I'll call my friends."
Oh, I don't want to stay where I am.
Wait, we all hear that, or does just X hear that?
X and Harden, and everybody hears it. It's that voice, and it's got this weird accent and this deep tonal sound, like the earth itself is talking. And there's a vibration that goes through the rocks. And he reaches over casually to one of the wall, and his fingers just sink into the rocks. And he pulls out a chunk, crack, this huge snapping sound. And he has a mouth on the top of himself that he just drops the rock into. And there's these huge set of jaws that just go crunch, 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 and eat this big chunk of rock. And it's gone. And he eats it. There's a few pieces that pop out, but and you hear this gulp. So, we will talk. Yes.
Donella is officially terrified.
I'm going to approach.
No, but he said stay where you are.
I'm kind of the party spokesman. My charisma's pretty high.
Get that paladin to spokes for us.
What?
Fairborn's is good too, but
the paladin is wearing way too much metal for this.
Oh, nice call.
This thing kind of sniffs. There's weird nostrils on either side of it. I smell food. You'll give me food. I let you live.
Now I'm double terrified.
And he casually reaches over and snaps another big chunk of rock off and drops it into his mouth. Chomp, chomp, chomp. This silly rock plane. I smell food. And he kind of, one of the eyes look at you, and he's shaped like a traffic pylon with three large, stumpy legs with strange mottled plates on them, like kind of almost like scale plate. And then this tapers up to this mouth on the very top of this traffic cone, and there's got three powerful limbs sticking out. And you guys probably already know what this thing is.
There's one goat.
If Daniel's next to me, I'll mention that I think the food is the pyrite.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that. Do you like fake gold?
Now, first of all, do you guys stay where you are, or do you want to get and attack it? Or that's Dan. You said you were going to be the spokesman.
If we are going to
take a minute, I'm going to have something to really quickly do here. Give me 1 second.
If we're going to attack this thing, I want our paladin front and center.
I'll jump. I'm going to take the advantage and take that bio right now. You said you had something to do.
No, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I just need a minute, a few seconds here.
I would 100% advise against fighting this thing, because if he has friends, I know he's probably strong. If he calls his friends, there's
my guess
no
is
chance.
we're forked.
Okay, so maybe I should try to talk to him.
Talk to him. We got to let him get us out of here.
Is there pirate on the walls nearby?
Okay, now we can't discuss this too much. It's happening now live. So I'm just going to say you have to declare what you're going to do. If are you going to attack or are you going to talk?
Assuming he wants some fake gold, I'm going to just start using my dagger to kind of pick around it. Go like, let me just get to work here.
Yeah, is there pirate on the walls near us?
No, just mostly in the room.
So, interested in the pyrite.
Now I need to know if X. No, he's sniffing X. And X, do you have any precious metals on your person? Or gems, or any sort of diamonds? You have to kind of let me know, because he can smell them. And also, X and Harden, and he can smell it up to 20. So, and Daniel, if you have precious metals. I'm assuming one of you got to have some gold and silver on you guys, and perhaps some gems or not? No?
I wasn't told of any starting money.
No, I wasn't given any starting money either. So
I just gave myself like I've collected 12 gold on my journey.
What about things that we've stuff pouches, gems. Did we find any gems earlier? Did we?
So if you guys have any gems or anything, he can sniff them out. And he says, look, you will live. You just give me your gems.
All right, well,
All of
I'll
them.
toss 12 gold coins to the party to give to him. I'll just drop all my gold coins. I don't
And
want
he's
to.
kind of eagerly wringing his hands. This thing seems pretty confident, and it eats rocks, so...
No, I don't have any gold or coins or anything on me.
Yeah, that's actually one problem with taking breach hands. You guys probably don't really have many for gems. So this thing seems pretty disappointed. You are poor. What are you doing
than
here?
an elderly whore.
Say again?
I'm broker than an elderly whore.
Yeah, retired or...
No, wait a minute. He wants gems, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There's plenty of them down the hall there with the ants.
Don't try your trickery with me. I've been there. There's no gems there. No gems in this whole place. It's annoying. Give me all your gold, and I will let you pass.
Yeah, I gave him 12 of my gold coins.
So
which is all I have.
Damn, you collapsed under that highwayman, didn't you? Oh.
I have no intention of fighting a rock.
Now, Fairborn doesn't have any money. He's a paladin, I imagine, right? Fairborn doesn't really have any cash. Who's carrying the money?
Nobody. I have no money.
I arrived
all
here
I had
pretty
was
well
12
broke.
gold coins. That's it.
You're talking about travel freak.
That sort of backfired on him. I smell so little.
Turns
He's
out
kind of
people don't
frustrated.
go
He
to the
sits
jungle
back.
because they're rich.
Yeah, he sits back on the platform. And he goes, you can go. You have nothing. And he kind of snaps another rock off, drops it into his mouth. Chomp, 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 chomp. And he just is standing there watching you guys with one of those weird eyes. He has like 3 of everything. 3 eyes, 3 arms, 3 legs. He seems pretty confident. He just sits. He's sitting right now on the edge of the platform, just watching you with one eye curiously.
If we can get out of here by...
Nothing in my name.
Without a fight, then we'll do it.
Then we'll do it, yeah, won't we?
And he's just curiously watching, and after a minute, you see his arm shrug. Well, perhaps we'll meet again.
Did you guys find anything else up in that room?
He turns and walks into the wall. And you see little sparkles where he goes through, like he's going through some plane. And there's no resistance, and then it's gone. Now, that creature, of course, was a Ixorn. Another extra-dimensional, or not dimensional, but it's from another plane. They once in a while come to the prime material plane looking for gems and stuff. But you guys were paupers. He was like, what? You guys, yeah. So...
You know what? I prefer crazy-ass Modrons that are going crazy.
All right, so you guys, the room is empty. There's, let me double check.
I beat the shit out of a Modron. I can't beat the shit out of a rock creature from another plane.
Well, you guys could have attacked it, of course, but this thing, it says here, if characters remain in the room for more than one turn, Xorn will quietly enter the chamber using its power of molecular adjustment to step out of the wall near the exit. He will not attack the party. Instead, the Xorn will demand food, precious metals, from the characters before allowing them to leave the chamber.
Sorry, we left them all in our other coat.
I'm sorry, Mr. Monster. We are officially the poorest fucking adventurers to ever walk all of Greyhawk.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, it's like, here's an appetizer.
Let's get our move on before this Zorn decides to...
This thing's pretty tough, by the way, guys. It's
all of our money is in our
that's
gear.
why I was like, don't fight it. Do not fight it.
That bite is brutal. This thing has a bite. Does 6 to 24 damage on its bite.
I mean, it's what, 64?
And yeah, it's and it's got -2 AC. Like,
yeah, that would have took my arm clean off.
Yeah, I'd rather not fight that thing.
I
don't need.
No, I say we get our move on. Let's get her.
If you guys would have had a lot of gems, it could have gotten the other way. unless you paid it off, I suppose. But you guys, the room's empty. There's no secret exits or concealed doors or anything.
I can see secret exits, and the dwarf automatically knows how far and what direction we're going underground, correct?
Yes. And you guys now see that you're going back to the original intersection you saw earlier. And we'll just move you guys up.
Yeah.
Well, I put Carl at the front. Jesus Christ. I promise I'm not yawning at you, Darren, or this game. This is what happens when you sleep like 3 hours the night before and you have a full day.
Well, we got it. I hope you guys, we can play for another hour or so, right, guys? Or
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm okay with playing for about another hour. I'm just letting you know. I'm not,
Yeah,
I think Daniel
going
has got the.
I've got something going on at 10, so I've got an hour and 50 minutes left.
hour.
Yeah, we can rock.
Okay,
so I probably have maybe another hour. I'm serious, man. Like, I'm not bored with the game. It's just I got up this morning. I had to run out the door, and I've been going all.
All right, well, we're along anyway. We're moving along, and the Exorn is gone, and you guys go down the tunnel, and of course it links up with the other one.
Yep. So now we have to go right, don't we?
You have to go left.
No, yeah. If we go right, we're going to go back to where those ants are, eh?
I'm sorry. Yeah, left. I'm looking at it backwards. Is what I was doing. Left. Sorry.
So.
Would you stop it? Would you stop it?
4 points of suffocating damage.
Well, I don't want to stop.
Now there's no secret doors. You're looking for like any sort of slopes or whatever. The path does go up and down sort of randomly. It is a natural cave, but never super steep or anything. It just keeps to meander. And now you seem to be somewhat on track, and number 7 suddenly appears in front of you. There's a small room up ahead, and this one. Here the passage ends in a cavern 10 to 15 feet high, and it's filled with a jumble of stalactites and stalagmites. And at the far end of the chamber is an opening in the ceiling, and there appears to be nothing else in the room.
In the ceiling?
Yeah, that's misdeceiving here because you actually, I should have had the, here, let me fix that. Damn it. You basically, the tunnel, that's deceiving. The tunnel doesn't go out the other side of the room. There's an actual funnel at the far end of the room that goes, and you suspect that's the tunnel. You have to climb up there.
I'll bet that we're underneath that city right now.
That'd be cool if we were. Can we send a thief up there with a rope?
Well, how about a thief with gauntlets of swimming and climbing?
There you go.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, I could just levitate you guys.
So, Donella, you get up there.
Hold on. Just don't rush up there, though. Let's take a quick peek around, eh?
Guys, and don't ever forget, even if he doesn't quite have the ability to climb to the roof, we can always levitate him to a point where he can grab.
Exactly.
So,
right.
Let's just make sure that between us and that smoke hole is not a hazard. So hug that wall to the right, eh, Donella? The rest of us.
Donella, she's going across to check out the funnel.
Yeah, but hopefully following some sort of edge, hopefully.
Okay, Stephanos is actually going to go in there, and he's going to create a crossfire moment with Carl as well. That way, if anything pokes its ugly head out, me and Carl can try to turn it into a fucking pin cushion before it hurts anybody.
Hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's get our chief climber up there. Do you have a light that you can have available while you're looking up there?
The room is lit now because Fairborn always has his beacon going, else he's blind as a bat.
Right, but we're talking about that like a chimney.
Yeah, there's a dark opening, Donella. You can see it now, and you whisper back, and you're creeping up close. And just as you're looking, I'm going to give Carl, you're scanning the whole room quite carefully. I'm going to give you a minus or plus 7 or minus 7 wisdom roll.
Ooh, minus 7, so that would mean a wisdom of 8. There we go. 5, success.
You still succeeded. Awesome.
Okay, so you are not surprised.
Ooh.
Oh, that was so close. Okay, you see a stalactite move slightly over to the side and then let go and drops on Donella. And there's another one that was above Stephanos. And you're allowed, you can give them a warning, however. And so they won't get the bonus for a surprise. You guys are being attacked by piercers.
Fire in the hole! Shit.
So Donella, what is your AC? I have it as, I don't have your AC.
It should be
Is
7.
prayer? Wait, is prayer still active
7?
right now?
Yeah, it should be 7.
Okay.
This is legitimate. Is prayer still active right now?
No, that's over.
Yeah.
Is that done?
Okay. I didn't know
Okay.
how long it lasted, so.
All right, you're being attacked by a 3-hit dice piercer,
Heads up!
and that will hit.
Ouch, this is going to hurt.
Ouch.
You know what, guys? I think we came here hoping this would be our little northwest passage into the city. This is really combat heavy for a safe passage into the city.
Now, I'm going to give you, because you were warned, I'm going to give you a save versus, let's go with Petrification Polymorph. And so you are a 7th level thief.
Ooh, and I get a +2 to that.
For half
The,
damage.
bonus from.
Because this thing did 9 points damage to you, but I'm going to, if you make your save here, it does half. It'll do 4.
Yeah, I rolled a 5, and I get another 2 to it.
Success.
No, you have to roll above save.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's about.
You're dead. You just got hit hard.
9 hit points damage. This large thing comes, it skewers you sort of, goes down through your shoulder and takes a chunk of flesh, goes, blood comes out.
Who's coming into the room to wake me up when I get hit?
Stephanos, could you make a save as this one attacks you?
Verse 13.
Oh, 11. That might not hit you, actually. What's your AC?
I'm an
Is
5.
5. Oh, that's just a hit, unless you have any bonuses. Are these things evil?
No.
I don't think they are they?
They're like mollusks.
Yeah, okay.
Neutral.
The piercers I thought were neutral, but I can't remember offhand.
I think they're like snails, you know.
Well, prepare to kill me because I rolled a 4 on that fucking save.
All right, so this one was a 2-hit dice one. It does a little less damage. This one does 2 die 12 instead of 3 die 6. It does 2
Oh my
die
god,
6.
he's only got 9 hit points.
Yeah, you got to roll just slightly above average to kill me. Told you! And I'm down.
Oh boy.
Man down.
I'm actually at -2, guys.
So
I'm dying.
Stephanos, didn't you go up a level
No.
with those experience points? I thought you said you went up a level.
God.
I am 285 from a level.
All right, no. Let's
Now you see the other movement up there. There might be a couple more, Carl, that are moving around to get in position to drop.
Right.
Can I drop a heal spell on him to get that?
You can stabilize him, and you can get him back to 0 hit points with a heal spell. But then that's he's still unconscious.
Better than
Which means you got to pull my happy ass out of there or I die. It's not
Okay,
fun.
I'm gonna basically I'm gonna throw my heal spell on him to get him back to alive. I rolled a 4, so he should have positive 2 hit points.
Okay.
Like I said, in this instance, that only gets him back to stable at 0 hit points. Now, this is the harsh reality of 1E, is he is effed up.
Okay. I'm good with being out cold. I don't.
Oh,
I mean,
he's skewered.
I'm just letting you guys know. At this point, the only way to keep me from fucking straight out dying is somebody's gonna have to throw a rope around my carcass or go in there and drag me to the entryway.
Yeah, because that heal spell, you have to go in there and touch him, right?
Yeah. Which
I can levitate you.
Okay, let's be really clear here.
Let's start then from the top. Okay.
Yeah, let's go from the top so we can make sure.
Initiative first of all.
Yeah, let's see who's acting first here.
You see movement coming down. This isn't over, guys. There's something up that you see something with tentacles reaching down from the chimney towards Stephanos's or Danella.
But I rolled a 6 on initiative, so we should, at a minimum, the worst we can get now is simultaneous.
Carrion crawler.
Yeah, you recognize it as a carrion crawler.
Okay.
Oh god, fuck me.
Did we get initiative?
What the fuck is that?
This place is a death trap.
That's my action.
I rolled a 5.
we will have initiative. Darren.
Carl rolled a 6.
I know, roll 6. So, Darren, are we going to go with the rules we were going to use in the other game, the UK game, where once we're at stable, if somebody heals us again at stable, we roll a system shock to wake up and be able to act? If we fail it, we have to wait a full day to make the roll again?
Yeah, that's is that how we did it,
I
right?
think that's what we worked out with the other.
Yeah, we should use that as a standard.
I don't
Okay,
mind that.
yeah, system
I think
shock.
I have a 99%.
But we'll
on
get to that
system
when we
shock.
get to that. At the moment,
That's why I'm making sure what are, because that's going to be pertinent here in a minute, because they're going to actually be able to get me back to stable here in a second.
okay. Brutal.
Okay,
guys.
there's still piercers on the ceilings too.
Okay, I'm gonna make move now. Carl, what do you do?
Can I see that thing coming down from the?
Yes, you see it, and it's gonna attack Donella this round, and this thing
I'm gonna
has
put 3
8
arrows
tentacles.
on it. I'm gonna put 3 arrows on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna disregard the piercers that may be nearby and just go straight to it.
So you can go ahead and roll those now because you get first action. So you get 2 of these arrows now, and then 1 at the end of the round.
What's his armor class?
Depends. What are you shooting at? It's.
I think he's hitting the carrying crawler.
It's softest part. How do you like that?
The tentacles themselves are 3, and its body is 7.
I'm gonna hit its body.
Okay, and it has 8 tentacles, and they're all flashing at Donella. This is nasty. These things.
Okay.
Carrying crawlers can kill us pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well.
Wasn't creatures.
12 hit.
Gotcha.
13 hit. So there's 2 hits, and I'll get my 3rd attack at the end of the round. You said.
Yes, and is this a large creature?
I think
2 hits.
carrions are.
My damage is the same either way. 1d6, 1d6.
I thought carrying crawlers were large anyways. I could be wrong.
Yeah, 9 feet plus, I think.
Yeah, I think because
Yeah,
they're
and just to give you a heads up,
let me in on
Ian,
it.
I
Let me at
might give you a bonus for being point blank, but I doubt I'll give you double damage. It's unless it specifically had that in there. I'll have to check that out.
That's the specialization thing. I only get double damage on point blank, and that's from 9 to 30 feet. So from 6 feet to 30
okay.
feet.
All right, let's go with it. Yeah.
Outside of there, it's just +1 to hit and +1 damage.
Okay.
You don't even get a point blank range unless you have special. Well, no, that's the 2nd edition, but that's I think where they came up with that was from this special.
Okay, it is a large creature. Not that makes difference. Just so everyone knows, this thing's fairly large and scary.
That's only going to matter with certain weapons.
If I actually get at the creature, it'll make a difference for me.
Okay, well I hit it twice. It'll be 1d6 plus 2 doubled on each one, unless you want to.
Go ahead. Now he's wicked with that bow. Like wicked with that bow. So go ahead, roll me damage.
Makes up for my not being good with anything else.
Now,
Okay,
large
here we go.
creature, you do the same damage, right?
Correct. I rolled a 1.
So,
That's 3. I rolled a 5. That's 7. So that's 10. Double 20. 20 damage. Thup, thup.
Hopefully
wow, let me double check. Excellent shots.
Very
You took
beautiful
this.
shot.
This thing had exactly 20 hit points.
Nice.
And
Fair.
when it come down, you could see it was reaching for Donella to thrash her with its 8 tentacles if it could, and you just poof, poof, and it just drops. It squirms and twists and falls down into the room and thrashes on the floor, apparently dead.
Still have a
2.
room full of piercers still in.
Watch above you!
And it appears to be the only one so far. So Donella, you just saw this thing springing out of the hole like a nightmare. And these tentacles were just about, now, just so you guys know, that's 8 attacks it gets. Each one she'd have to make a saving throw versus paralyzation.
Those things are evil. I hate them.
And once it had her, it was going to pull her up into the chimney and well,
Eater.
eat her,
Let's hope it
kill her.
doesn't have a wife. All right, we still got piercers though.
Now, yes. Now, nobody else can really see in the room beyond anyone else unless they have spells. You can't even see Stephanos. He's around the corner. Antiac's near the entrance. I don't know what she's doing. She's still spearing out the rear. I'll put it in the rear.
Carl knows where I'm at as well, so.
Yeah, you're just around that corner. I can see you, I'm assuming, but I'm not moving forward. I'm not going to get into that.
Oh, no, I was just saying somebody wanted to know where I was at.
Mhm.
If you wanted to call out that I had been dropped.
I think both Carl and Donella can see you pretty clearly.
Either one of you guys could call out that I'm down. So people would know I'm out.
So, Carl, you're like, look out. There's a piercer above you.
Mhm.
and he's going to attack you unless some. Now Fairborn can see the piercer, but I'm not sure what he could do at this point. And well, everyone can see the one now that's going to drop onto Carl.
Piercers are going to need the falling damage, correct? I mean, if they drop and they miss, they're going to get hurt, right?
Whoa.
Not really. They're like
meta.
giant chunks of. They're like big crabs. Or
Maybe
big
they're just
mollusks
like that. Like they just can't take a hit if it's right there on that angle or something.
Piercers. No, piercers are like they're basically like kamikazes. They're designed to take the damage. They don't.
My question is, how does a piercer extract itself from a dead body?
It just probably assumes it kills you and then just starts consuming you. So anyway, this one is going to... can anyone prevent this from happening?
I've got a +1 shield that I can use over the person it's attacking.
Then it would basically attack you.
Yeah, but Daniel, you're going towards Stefanos, right?
Yes, I will take the hit and try to use my shield to deflect it.
Okay, so you have better armor class. Frankly.
I do.
This is a big one. This is a 4-hit dice one. It's the biggest one. So your armor class is 0?
-1. Let's see. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, 0. It's -1.
So it needs a 16. Then I rolled a 5. So it comes crashing beside you and kind of shatters. And it takes 3d6 damage. And they're pretty helpless once they drop. They're spent. And they have to spend probably a turn crawling up the wall and get back up
to it and kill it before it can do that.
It does have some hit points. They're pretty tough, actually.
Well, there's no way to get done with it than to get started.
Robster crawl.
Now there's one more up there. Carl saw. There's one more somewhere. You can't see it right now. It looks like all the other ones. It's being clever. It's waiting until somebody goes under it, maybe. I don't know.
Pro tip, it's the one that's moving.
Now, Stefanos is bleeding. He's skewered to the chest with one of these things. And it's trying to squirm around and get it's kind of has a sphincter mouth on the bottom of it. It's trying to turn around and latch onto him.
Then I guess I better get him away from there.
Yeah, and Fairborn too. I mean, you see, all of a sudden shit goes down.
Maybe Fairborn can get the shield above Stefanos like that while Daniel's tending to him. If you get that big shield above, you know.
Or I'd kill the creature about to stomp and bite him.
Oh, he's crawling on the ground trying to bite him?
Yeah.
Am I close enough?
Yeah, you could step in the room, but you might become a target of the last one.
Nah, Daniela's already over there.
I mean, so I can't reach it with my movement in one round?
This room's small enough. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but...
You should. Only 20 feet or so.
Yeah, it's not a big room. It's, I was going to say it's 15 or 20 feet, something like that.
All right, yeah, I definitely want to attack it then.
Disgusting little creature.
And that's 21 with my modifiers.
Ooh, did you get that message?
Yeah, Darren's computer just crashed.
Ooh.
Frozen.
Whose computer crashed?
Darren.
Oh, yikes.
You crashed.
Oh, yeah. See, he's locked up. Yeah, I noticed it now.
All right, let's hold. I'm going to take a bio. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do Kirby. Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess this would be a good time for anybody to get something that they needed.
Smoke it if you got it, man. BRB.
Well, I was going to sort of stumble my way over to Stefanos and trying to chuck him as far as I can towards the entrance.
Please don't chuck my corpse.
Yeah, I mean,
well, you're laying down.
Like,
it's not like
this is actually a good chance for us to plot out a little bit.
Honestly, dude, the best thing,
like him out of the way and like get the people who are like more likely to fall like he did out behind.
Hang on, guys. Here's the pause button. Pause button here, guys. Really seriously. Okay. Get Donnell in a position to surround me so this thing can't get on top of me. X moves forward a little bit till he can see me. He casts levitate. He levitates my fucking corpse out of there.
That's what I was planning to do to begin with anyway.
Yeah.
And then there's people in between me and him. And then we can wait till the end of combat to resurrect me if we need to.
I've got
Or-
pipe
Well,
potion.
you're
I've got
can
stable.
bring you back
You're
to
just
stable.
unconscious. So I mean,
Well, no,
you're,
I'm in
you're
negative.
alive.
That means the start of this next round, I'm going to start dying.
No, you're not. I've already stabilized you.
Yeah,
You
he
still have
stabilized
to
you
get
already.
close.
He used his turn to stabilize you.
He has to touch me to cast a heal spell on me.
Yeah, you
I already
you
did
still have to
that.
get close.
You can't. So you stepped in front of what's his name, but then you healed me. So
I healed you before I stepped in front of it.
okay, that answers my question. Fine, then I'm stabilized. That's gravy then. Okay, that answers my question. Then I was just confused on the order of operations there.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah,
stabilized. But still,
you're good.
it would only take one hit at this point though to kill me straight outright. I'd be at -9 hit points dead as a door now. I'd be dead. Huh.
As long as we keep it off you, you're fine.
That's what I'm saying. If you guys can put enough people between me and it, and then let X just take my body and levitate it out of the way. Because I believe the round you cast levitate, you can still move with it as long as you don't. I gotta remember how that works. Because I believe you can still levitate as long as you have movement. Or, like, so I gotta look it up real quick. What level spell is levitate? Second or third? So, hang on a second. Let's see. Levitate. Okay, I don't see levitate under third level magic user spell. Okay, I see lightning bolt in Leomon's tiny hut.
Second, sorry, yeah. Page 70.
It's okay. The 300 pounds maximum spells cast on person in the magic ground. Yeah, you can move me 20 feet. So if the spell is cast upon the person, the magic user, he or she can move vertically at a rate of 20 feet.
He can move you at the speed that he walks or runs. You can levitate you to 20 feet. Levitate goes up and down.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, no. It says, actually, horizontal movement is not empowered by the spell, but the recipient could push along the face of a cliff, for example, to move laterally.
Yeah,
Spellcaster
we can pull you up or we can pull you or whatever, but as long as you're lifted, you're easy. You're not dead weight. But I was
You're
going to pull up.
basically like a hover cart from Star Wars.
I was planning on picking you up.
come off the ground. You guys could technically shove me.
Yes.
As long as I'm not actively resisting.
Regardless, so we don't even need to waste the levitate spell.
What did I miss? Though is just get people between me and whatever's getting ready to attack, man. I should be fine no matter what.
That's my job. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, get the pellet in there with another shield to hold like an umbrella over you if need be.
If I have the movement.
I'm great with what's going on. And if he dies, he dies. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, I put myself in a shitty situation there.
You're supposed to hold back on the wall, man.
Well,
don't worry, I'll take the damage for you.
Well, I'll be honest.
You were nearly sucked up by a carrion crawler.
Unfortunately, in this situation, the people who had the worst armor classes were the ones that got attacked.
Well, my real question though is, Ian, how was I supposed to guess that we were getting ready to get pummeled by piercers?
We weren't supposed to guess that, actually. That's
what
why
I'm saying.
we were setting up.
Nobody would have seen piercers being the next thing on the list. Not that hasn't played this module before, you know. So
piercers in combination with a carrion crawler. Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah,
can it just get more like treacherous?
This place is a death trap. We thought this place would be our northwest passage straight into the city, so we could control.
Wait, time out. You're speaking in past tense. We've got a chimney here that might be going right in the center of the sewers upstairs.
Oh,
which means that we've bypassed all
gates,
we've bypassed all guard posts, and we've bypassed anything that might be. Nothing's coming down here, man. Nothing's coming down here.
Yeah, but if we're going to use this, we need to go back and take care of those ants.
I think that this is going to be our way out.
Let me be honest. Let me be honest and honest with you. If I don't hurry up and if I don't get my feet fast enough, I'm fucking useless until I come back to full health.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah, we'll get you. We'll get you. And yeah, you're right. Those ants are our biggest problem right now.
Well,
our biggest liability is the fact that we got a man down.
Yeah, if we attempt climbing up this chimney, I'm going to give my gauntlets to the strongest person here because I don't want to run into another one of those things.
I don't think they come in pairs.
Doesn't the paladin have lay on hands in 1E?
It doesn't. It doesn't matter. The way that healing works in 1E, me and Ian and Darren scraped this out after a session where Ian